Hello, YouTube. Hello. You know, I should really like lean into the roleplay aspect of being a literal VTuber. Like I don't know. I feel like I should. I could be like, you know, I could be like, hey guys, welcome to purgatory, welcome to hell. Like that could be my opening line. Cause like nothing ever happens. So that's basically purgatory. I'm like, you know, there's already like Callie's like the Grim Reaper. There's like, I don't know. There's so many like royalties like Queen of the Dead and like shit like that. So I could just be like the most nothing burger like royalty. And I think that's funny. To be like the Prince of Purgatory. Where like I don't like that's a shit title to have. But hello guys. Hi Neggy, hi Medi, hi Josh. Welcome to purgatory. But I did see your speech. They did really call me Master Detective Archives Raincode in high school. They did call me that. Let's see. Wow. I expected the Raincode playtime that I have on Steam to be disjointed from what I streamed, but nah, if I wasn't streaming Raincode, that game was not open. Because I also have 67 hours or 67.8 hours of playtime on Raincode. So that is pretty close to what Maddie had said. I think it probably adds up a little bit of like a good amount of ending stream time. So my streams are actually longer. The total time in the Raincode playlist is actually longer than I have playtime on Steam, which is not the case for 100 Line because I left that game open a million times. There's one point where I got hit with where I became like cognizant of 6-7. One time, it happened one time to me where like I saw them side by side and I was like, wait, that's the meme. But now it's already gone. It's already left my brain that it literally just happened and Neggy caught it and I didn't, which I think is good for me. I don't think I want my brain to be poisoned with that one. I don't think 6-7 needs to be a meme in my world. That's what I've been feeling. I'm like, I've really played Raincode for 67 hours, 68 hours. I don't feel like it. I feel like it's gone by really fast. But maybe that's just because my reference point is 100 Line, which I've been playing for eternity. Okay, I will look at your art piece today. We don't have to do show and tell. Ooh, little nightshade. Do you have like a sketchbook? Because I see a lot of them as of recent are on like notebook paper. I feel like it could be cool. I know like some artists like will just fill out like entire sketchbooks, and I think it'd be really cool to like have that to go back to at some point just to see like where you came from. You know, just as like a reference point for later on. The OG was a big fat red notebook. Different? Is that different from like, so like a notebook, not like a sketchbook? Also, hello, Junko Enoshima, the mastermind of literally everything. But yeah, the nightshade looks really good. I likes it. Okay, let me set myself up. Hello world. I don't think I have my shading on. There we go. Oh, I have to get raincoat on the stream, on the screen, and I need to get YouTube chat back on the screen. Loon Boy, I have to send you a clip. I'm gonna send you a clip right now. I forgot. I forgot this happened. Literal, like, funniest thing of all time yesterday. I can't show it on stream because it's a breach of privacy. So I can only share it to Loon Boy because that's my IRL friend. But so funny. It's some one of my friends doxed their full government name in the chat, so I'm like, I can't show you guys that, but really funny. The one with, like, I don't know, one's is my school sketchbook, and the ones now are on the back of a random extra notebook. Your mother got me. I see. You're gonna have like a full, like, sketchbook full of what's it called? Of flowers. And I think that's pretty cool. You gotta hold on to those so that you can compare, like, where you were at before to, like, where you're at now. I feel like it's really helpful to, like, it's like a good motivator. And it makes you feel good about, like, honing a skill and stuff like that. Am I gonna keep doing the indie game streams going forward into 2026? Probably. With streaming, I don't know. Sometimes I wonder. I'm like, do I think I'm gonna, like, stream forever? And I don't know. Probably. I feel like I should because I have the whole model. But sometimes I think about it and I'm like, I value a good YouTube video over, like, a good stream, like, a lot higher. I feel like in general most people stream with the intention to turn the VOD into a YouTube video, and I probably need to get better at doing that. But, like, I think in my brain I don't think I've been as good at it, like, about it as like, I don't think I've been that good about it lately, but I see myself as more of a YouTuber than a streamer. So sometimes I think about, I'm like, what if I streamed less and I worked harder on videos? Because sometimes, or, like, a lot of the times, like, I think about what if I allocated that extra time to making YouTube videos. I feel like my YouTube video making process has been very slow. I've been very bad at it. But I don't think anything is gonna change anytime soon, so there's nothing to worry about. But it's something I think about on occasion. You're working on a new PFP photo? That'd be pretty based. Making your own PFP is pretty based. Fast food is expensive. I feel like the meta is to, like, it's low-key, like, to fucking in big 2026, we're gonna have chicken coops in all of our backyards, and we're gonna harvest our own eggs, and we're gonna have cows and barns. Your mother was like, it's $99 for the three of yous. I feel like it's very much dependent on what you order, cause like that's definitely like very possible. If you're like, yeah, I want a large soda, I want a large fry, I want like the chicken sandwich with like lettuce, tomato, pickles, make it spicy, animal style, dip it in chungus sauce. Like, definitely depends on what you order. It could be very pricey, but there's definitely like, I don't know, I try and be pretty frugal with what I order. I'm just a guy who likes to draw. I'm glad that you are alive. How are you doing? Like, what happened when you like after you had to go to the ER? But I'm glad that you're doing okay. Well, I guess you didn't say that you're doing okay. You just said that you're alive, so I assumed you're doing okay. But I hope you're doing okay. Do you remember when you shot my brother in the back in the name of justice, unarmed? Yeah, I just, you know, haven't forbid a girl have hobbies. Although I don't like the implication that you just said that I committed a hate crime. Not a fan of that implication. But I mean, the fact that, I don't know, I feel like, I don't know, I guess, I don't know, I was like, you describing their skin color, it, like, in that way implies that that was the reason that I shot your brother, even though it was just like, you know, I was just be shooting people, you know? As a hobby. That's my hobby. In video games, of course. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. They gave you an ultrasound to check on your appendix, and they couldn't find that shit. So yesterday, went to my primary doc and scheduled another one for you, because I'm pretty confused about it. That is mysterious. Mysteriful, if you would. Because, like, if it was, like, worrisome enough that they're like, you gotta go to the ER, and then they're like, where to go? It's like, well, there's gotta be something. There can't just be nothing. They wouldn't have just done that for funsies. So, like, surely there's gotta be something going on there. It's always like, I don't know. It's always a bad feeling when you know something's wrong and like the doctor is just like, nah, I think you're fine. Like, I think that happened to, like, my sister had like a cough for like months. I mean, I guess they ended up being right because she's fine now, but like, they were like, yeah, we can't do anything for you. You just have to tank it. And it's like, oh. But it's been going on for months. Like, are you sure there's nothing you can do? Like, I don't know. Some people are looking at Tribe 9 in 2025. How so? As in, like, they're looking to like revive it or like keep it going, or like they're looking to check it out. Because I'm probably going to check it out next Thursday. That is what I had planned originally. Saw a story about how this girl's hamster was hiding in the girl's digestive system and it was still alive and made her digest way better. Then the hamster disappeared.
Death is always awaiting me upon my path. Like trees neatly lining the roadside, casting dark shadows at my feet.
That sign
Even
said
if I manage to
jazz.
overcome them and make progress down that path, when I turn around, the cruel truth is waiting there. The shadows are a procession to my own funeral. To live means to continuously die. Every human is nothing but a walking corpse.
Okay, depresso espresso. Damn.
And so, I too am dying in this moment.
What the fuck is going on? Vivia, are you good, man? The near-death detective.
It doesn't seem to be moving at all. And the management company isn't responding either.
Who the hell is this lady? The ER doc said he wasn't sure about you having appendicitis. Seems unlikely, but now I'm like, the fuck is it if it ain't? Yeah, it's like, so what's the problem and can you fix it? Some are revisiting the game and others are playing it for the first time. I'm about to be one of the few. Everyone's like, oh shit, we probably should have supported this game like sooner. They're like, oh man, we wanted endless Danganronpa content and now our one shot at that, it's gone. Didn't know we had Blade in Raincoat, but here we are. He really is like a total edgelord. The appendix is some part of your intestines that we don't really know the purpose of. That's true, Maddie. Maddie does live in space. She keeps trying to come back down to Earth, but as soon as that happens, Clover shows up and just hits the 180. It sends her back into space.
I guess we just have to wait. If you wait long enough, everything will come to an end. Just as there is rain unceasing, a day will come when the sun doesn't rise, and when the oceans dry up too.
A couple months ago, some Genshin streamers played Tribe 9 and someone commented, "This looks like Danganronpa." A very astute observation of theirs. There's like a new MMO that came out literally like yesterday. Or actually no, it came out today. It looks like Genshin visually, but I don't think it's gonna play anything like Genshin. I don't even know if it's going to be fun. It might not even be fun, but I will be checking it out. They got like every fucking big ticket VTuber known to man playing it, so the budget must be like large. They got like 4 Hololive members. They got like Rin Penrose, who's like British. And I feel like they don't really do sponsored streams. Or maybe they do. But I feel like they usually are just playing whatever. So if they got Rin Penrose on the payroll, then The Blue Protocol budget must be big.
One day, you will die, and so will I.
Is that supposed to be a joke? How can you talk about death in this situation?
I'm not enjoying this situation enough to make light jokes about it.
I think I'd find things a bit more enjoyable if I wasn't trapped in here with you.
I apologize if I've offended you. I wish to avoid all unnecessary fights.
I know a lot of people were like really sad that Tribe 9's story is unfinished. They're like, oh man, the story was really good. And I'm like, I'll be the judge of that. Only I can say for sure.
Same goes for me. Sorry I raised my voice. I'm not used to situations like this.
Nah, Queen, don't apologize. If I was stuck in an elevator with Vivia, I'd be mad too.
Nor am I. We found something we agree on.
Aren't you afraid?
Afraid?
Is that Yumiko from Kakagori?
Of all this?
No, she's way too timid and less
What if
freakish.
something happens and we fall to our deaths?
I don't think I'm afraid.
What if the elevator is never fixed and we're trapped here forever?
Is that Maki
Then it'll be like a
Harugawa?
coffin. I actually think it would be rather cozy. I could just...
What's with you and your death wish?
It's not like I intended to have
I
one.
hated Kakaguri. I hated that show. That show pissed me the fuck off. I was so mad by the end of it. If you asked me to tell you anything that happened in that show, I couldn't tell you. All I know is that they gambled a lot.
It's hard to describe. Thinking of death is like breathing to me.
Do you find it fun to live like that?
Isn't that what life is all about? There are things that I find fun. For example, I love reading stories. For some reason, I feel more alive when I can invest in a story's protagonist.
So Kakaguri is like, it's a show about this like crazy lady who is like a total gambling addict. Is like the whole school that they go to, is it like about gambling or something like that? I don't remember the backstory of the school specifically, but I know it's a bunch of like rich people that go to like the school and they're all like gambling, and like if you like win a bunch of gambles, it gives you like status in the school or something like that. I don't know, but either way, the protagonist of Kakaguri is known for being like a total like yandere freak. Like if you're familiar with Food Wars and how like the fan service in that show works, it's kind of similar, where it's like very suggestive like expressions that the protagonist makes, and like the main color schemes are like black and red. But really my biggest gripe with that show is that, you know, the whole plot is that the protagonist, what that was her name? Yeah, Yumiko. The protagonist Yumiko is like, she loves gambling so much that she doesn't even make like bets that are logical. She just takes like, I'll take the 1 in a 1 million chance that the coin lands on the side. It falls in the crack of the sidewalk and it lands on the side rather than picking heads or tails. And then the show is like, what? It landed on the side? What the hell? That's no way. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know. It's just like I don't know. It's silly. But like in a way that like it frustrated me because the whole show is about making risky bets and trying to win it big, but I felt like the ending was just so predictable and like they played it so safe to keep that show open for a potential season 2 when they could have just went crazy mode on it in the spirit of the show, but they didn't do that. And I was like, man, missed opportunity. You could have made this show something really special, and then it's just a show to me. It's okay. I don't actually hate it. I probably would give it like it's an okay show. That's how I feel. I think I rated it a 5 out of 10 on my anime list.
I also love gazing at the beauty found in nature. Seeing plants sway in the breeze brings joy to my heart.
You sure are a strange one.
Am I?
Yeah, you are, Vivia. You're a total weirdo.
What about you? What makes you happy?
Well, I suppose I like to observe life.
Observe life.
I used to be a nurse. I've seen many lives saved and lost at the hospital. Life should be more precious than diamonds, but some people are treated more poorly than a pebble on the road. Isn't that strange? A life is a life, so why should its value
Life
be
is
different
life,
depending
Gem.
on the person? So now, whenever I look at people, I watch their lives. I wonder how valuable each life may be.
You're also kind of strange.
Am I?
Yeah, a little
Speaking
bit.
of which, I didn't catch
But
your
she's
name.
cool. I fuck with her.
I'm Vivia. Who are you?
I'm real.
Rio. I think we may have met before. Do you remember?
I remember I watched you being born on Twitch.television.
Hey, Vivia. Everyone else is out on a job. How long are you gonna stay there?
He said, Vivia, everyone else is doing something and you're doing fuck all. Would you like to, you know, pick up the slack, buddy? Hi, Kloba. As a gambler myself, not legal age to gamble, who's been gambling for the last 20 years of my life, 18 years old, I can confirm that betting on the side of the coin has fucked me over too many times. But like the payout is like 1 in a million. So if you bet $1 on the side of the coin for like 100,000 times, then eventually you'll get the $1 million payout. It is Casey's birthday tomorrow. We're all gonna sing happy birthday to Casey at 12 o'clock at midnight. I speak for all of us when I say that. Bruh, if you turn to Unk at 3, then I've been Unk, then I'm Grandpa. And that's just the truth.
Until I die?
I'm not the person to do cha-cha-cha in the happy birthday to you. I'm not that guy.
You gotta be kidding me. Do I have to pull the pieces of you out of there once you're a skeleton? If you have free time, why don't you help work on some unsolved cases?
Chief, do I look like I have a lot of free time to you?
You look like you're so bored you could die. Look, just hear me out as a way to kill time. There have been a series of suspicious deaths lately. People jumping to their demise from a certain
And
building.
many more. That's my grandparents. My grandparents always do it, and many more. They'll always, whenever it's your birthday, they'll always call and leave a voicemail, and they're doing a little happy birthday duet. It's actually really cute. It's really cute when they do that. But I know exactly what you're talking about, because they always would do that. I'm never the person to, like, you know, add a little flavor on the happy birthday to you. The fact that I'm singing happy birthday at all is, like, that's already a lot. Happy Meebo. Happy, I always say it's happy noun day, where I just say the person's name. That's always been my happy birthday. Like it's Quake Day or something like that. Ikloba Day.
The first one was over 5 years ago, and people have been periodically jumping ever since.
I wonder, like, what the most... I feel like Happy Birthday song might be the most iconic song in the whole world. It Casey Day tomorrow? No. It Cloba Day tomorrow.
There's been over 10 confirmed cases.
What's suspicious about that?
Congratulations on doing what needed to be done.
They came across a building to jump off of when they happened to feel like dying. That's probably all there is to it.
Guys, am I cooked? Guys, am I chopped? Guys, am I seasoned? I really like the memes where it's like Spanish teachers when you use vosotros. Or and it's like super ominous. Like, why do they hate vosotros so much? I'd never understood. They like teach it to you and they're like, don't use it. Like it's saying Bloody Mary in the mirror.
That could be true for 1 or 2 cases.
Ustedes.
Over 10
Yeah.
times in the same
Yeah,
spot.
yeah. I like don't remember how like Spanish works. I know there's like 6 different like suffixes that you can like substitute, where it's like there's like male, female, just like them. There's like me, you, male, female, that's 4. And there's like thems, and then it's like ustedes, which is like that's like the dark horse, like that's like the forbidden chakra. Like I don't know why you can't use like it's like a different version of like they. They're like, don't use that one. Is I know pronounced as Yosabo or Yose? That's a good question. I feel like usually with when it's like you're referring to yourself, it ends in like O. Where like I think Yosei would be like, you know, I think. So I would go with Yosabo, personally. But I wouldn't be surprised if I was wrong.
That's unusual, no matter how you look at it.
Are you suggesting someone is pulling the strings behind the scenes?
We won't know until it's investigated. It'd be an absolute nightmare if someone is getting
It's
their kicks
fucking
killing people and
Geppetto
making it
or
look like
whatever,
suicide.
Giuseppe, who's pulling the strings. Who's the fucking guy that controls Pinocchio? Is it like Geppetto? Is that like his name? What the hell is his name? It's not Giuseppe. I just wanted to say Giuseppe. I don't know, Giuseppe has just occupied some location in my brain for whatever reason. I should have known it was Yosei. I should have known better. It's even got like the accent mark. It looked so enticing. But I had to go with what I'd learned. I had to try and believe in myself, and that was foolish. Giuseppe is a sick ass name. I fuck with it.
For the sake of the town's safety, it's not something we can ignore. That's where we come in.
There's no point in investigating it. All we will find is boring reality.
Fucking Giuseppe Twilight.
No matter how boring it is, it's still reality. There's value in finding it.
I hate Vivia.
Detectives are such troublesome creatures.
Aren't you one too?
Huh?
He's like, oh shit, I forgot I'm a detective. Fuck.
Don't look at me all surprised. Why'd you come here if you're no detective?
He said, what? I'm what?
Aren't you here to solve mysterious crimes and help those who are lost?
When I think of Vivia Twilight, I think of the Meat Potential Man from Jujutsu Kaisen, where I'm like, he could be so much more, and it's let me look it up. I could make a hate like a hate graphic of Vivia Twilight in the context of Meet Potential Man. I'll put Potential Man up on the screen so that everybody can know what I'm talking about. I forget what his name is. It's like Megami or something from JJK. It's if and when, but never is. That's the line that I think about Vivia. It's like he could be so much more, but he never is. He just does nothing. Zero feats, zero relevance, 7 kamikaze attempts. I love this meme. It's such like, you have to have such disdain for a fictional character to make this, and it's just really impressive. The hater energy to make a graphic like this is exceptional. I never finished JJK either, so I really don't know. I don't know anything about this guy. I don't even think I finished season 1. I was like, oh, curse techniques or domain expansions. I'm like, I'm not following any of this shit. So I dropped it and I watched what the fuck did I watch? Give me 1 second, I can figure this out. What did I watch instead? Oh, I watched Black Lagoon instead. I said, yeah, I'm good. I started fact checking this, and this is all correct. It's just so funny. It's such an insane image. It's so good. But I think about Meet Potential Man all the time. I saw it on Twitter like ages ago. It's probably been at least a full year ago, and it still has resonated with me. But that's Vivia Twilight for me. I mean, if there were a time for Vivia to be like a cool ass guy, it would be in his sub story. But like the only time like he really helped us was in fucking in the lab, and then he was like, yeah, I'm gonna kill you actually. And I'm like, all right. I guess actually I just casually spoiled that. That's my bad. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
He asked me why I came to this town. I don't understand it myself.
I'm
not
Reddit
actively
called and they
searching
just said
for a
that
place to die
I'm
just
an
yet.
asshole. I'm the asshole.
I'm not here to be a detective searching for the truth. It's nothing so pure or sincere.
Meet potential man. Ooh.
The reason I came to this city was due to my impatience with living.
I'm trying to think.
What did I seek by coming here?
Like, who accomplishes
What
nothing?
do I expect from this place?
Like, Hajime does like his girl gets owned twice.
Was a woman in a red raincoat.
Was this the Matrix?
That reminds me. The chief did mention something.
Is this the girl in red from
Around
the
building
fucking
where
Matrix?
The suicides occur. A suspicious woman in a red raincoat has often been spotted. I'm not interested in the truth, but I am interested in her. I should try to tag along behind her without being spotted.
What if I didn't? Later. Why does he run like this? Clover, you alright, I'm telling you, you have to watch the you have to stop watching the stream and watch the Desahiko clips. I know you haven't watched them because you didn't have anything to say about them. If you watch them, you would have something to say about it. I know for a fact. I know that you haven't watched them yet. You have to watch it. It's unbelievable. It is absolutely unbelievable. This is your mandatory. You have to do your mandatory reading. You'll see. You just have to watch and see. Vivia do got this goofy ass run though, and then he's just like lurking in the. He's being a little creep. And then he goes right back to slouching. He thinks he's fucking. He thinks he's a fucking sneakster. He thinks he's Solid Snake. Hey, wait a second. How did she get down there? And how did Vivia like do that like cool as hell, and then he goes back to looking like a goofball? I'm really trying to think who's potential man in Danganronpa. I'm like, no, I wouldn't say Kaito's potential man. I'm like, is it Shuichi? Like, he gets his girl owned. I don't know. I was thinking about Kiyotaka. Because he does go Super Saiyan and then he just gets fucking mollywopped. I feel like it might be Kiyotaka. He might be potential man. He gets his bro yoinked. He goes Super Saiyan and then he gets mogged. But also, I don't know if anyone like the thing with like potential man is, did like anyone really expect Kiyotaka to be like outstanding. Like I didn't. I was like, he's just kind of a guy. Like I fuck with him. He's a vibe, but I never expected him to be. Yes, Hifumi is the one to kill Ishimaru too.
This is the perfect building for dying.
So not only does Ishimaru get owned while he's mid alt, but he also gets owned by like probably the worst character in that entire game. After he got his boyfriend snatched too. Like Ishimaru might be the most chopped case in in Danganronpa.
I don't remember you at all. Are you sure it was me you met?
There's no mistake. You have that smell.
Boy smell.
Smell?
You smell faintly of death.
What do you mean by that? That's rather rude.
Do you live in this building?
Yes. Why?
Could never be me. I would never be caught dead. Quite literally by an
From what
incel.
I've heard, there hasn't been anyone living in this building for a long time.
Who said that? Oh, was it the people around here? They probably have a grudge against this place. They say the building blocks the sun, or that it's
He really
sinking
said,
into the
damn, bitch, you
bedrock."
live like this?
What about all the people who have fallen to their deaths from this place?
I pushed them. Teehee.
Is that nothing but a groundless rumor, too?
Of course it is.
But it isn't. It's fact. Even the newspapers have articles about it.
What if she's like, fake news?
If you live here, then you must have heard about it. Many unsolved cases in the city have been completely left alone. Of course, this has nothing to do with me. I have no interest or desire to know the truth. However, I am somewhat interested in you.
Are you hitting on me?
I suppose you could take it that way.
Whoa, Riz Master. Wow, Vivia's pulling the fucking brakes out. Also, is my chat paused? What the hell is going on? Okay, yeah, it was for some reason. I was like, why do I see Maddie's messages on the stream but not in my own chat? Indian fry bread? I've never had that. I feel like there's not a ton of Indian places around where I live. So I've never had, like... Oh, okay. Like Native American. There's more Native American stuff here, I think, than like Indian food. But either way, I've never had it. It sounds like it's probably pretty good.
I see. To be honest, I'm interested in you too.
Whoa, Vivia, you're in there. Whoa, Riz Master.
Although it's more that your life force makes me curious. It's... how do I put this? Faint.
They're about to start making out.
Thinner than paper. Almost as though I can see death waiting on the other side.
She said, damn, Vivi, you look you're about to, like a strong breeze will knock you over and you'll just die.
I could say the same about you. Sheesh. This is a hassle. I guess I'll get to the point. You killed them, didn't you?
I did it?
You lured people from the city here and pushed them off the building, making it appear like suicide.
I've had Indian food and I live in space. Yeah, we really don't have any rebuttal for that. Maddie lives in space and she's got more culture than like we have. At least like in this moment. Like I kind of got no excuse. Like I gotta step my game up. I gotta try some real Native American food.
Why did you kill them? There's no benefit in it for you. For fun? You wanted to see them die? Or did you develop a special interest in the value of people's lives? If so, that makes you a serial killer.
Me? A killer?
Yeah, butter chicken doesn't sound impressive on paper. I'm like, yeah, I could just slap some butter on the chicken.
Well then, I guess that means you're trapped inside an elevator with a killer.
Strangely, I found myself in situations like this often. Whether I want it or not, death finds its way to me.
You're not afraid?
Afraid? No, it's more like observing from a great distance as dark clouds slowly spread out over the ocean.
Hi, Cullen. Like in game or like what we were yapping about? I feel like this is kind of like this is a really interesting scenario that Vivi has found himself in.
I don't quite get it, but it doesn't sound joyful to me.
I've heard of tikka masala from like TikTok shorts, but I've never had it. TBH.
Though, you were like this from the very beginning.
Both. I can see it.
Truth be told, I can tell when someone has a death wish. I sense their desire to go to the other side. Yes, you remind me of them.
The other side. Did all those you lured here feel the same way?
Lord? You're mistaken. I didn't do anything myself. I was just here. People like you happen to show up here. Then they depart to the other side on their own.
Clover, do you have any interest in Blue Protocol? Noir convinced me to download it, and I don't know how I fell for it. But I was like, you know what? I'll do it. I'll at least try it. It's just like an MMO that came out today. It looks like Genshin, like at least like the environments do, but I think it's not gonna play anything like it. And I think it only has gacha for like outfits, which is probably how most MMOs work. Probably. I don't know. I never really had a proper MMO experience growing up, so I really don't know.
You really want to insist that you weren't involved? That all those who died came here of their own accord?
That's right. Aren't you the same way?
Me? Perhaps.
Vivi, you're kind of getting mogged with facts and logics.
I want to die someday.
Don't need another gacha to consume your life. Don't worry, it's not really a gacha. It's an MMO, so it's even potentially more time consuming. But yeah, it's like it's called the Blue Protocol. I think it's unlikely that I'll stick with it, but I'll at least check it out. Limbus, Honkai, Genshin, Girls Frontline, Reverse 1999. Bro, when you hopping on Isekai Slow Life? When are you hopping on? Join me and Squid Balls. Even though me and Squid Balls don't even get to play. That's Squid Balls posted it like last week or so. It's I don't know, it's literally just dailies the game. You just do 1,000,000 trillion dailies, and then sometimes a lady with big boobies shows up and says, we're we're married now. And it's like, yippee! That's like the whole game. There's also hot men. There's also man with shirt off. He'll show up and he'll also say, we're married now. And you go, yippee! There's like wolf boys. Men. Bling. Eyes turn into money signs. My mouth opens and a bunch of coins fall out of my mouth. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Jackpot. But it's like the most, like, I don't know, it's the most nothing game ever. It's just number go up the game. Also, hi Violet. Well, come in.
And perhaps this
But yeah,
is a
that's the
fitting place
isekai
for
slow
it.
life experience, which I might have sold it a little too hard. I think I wasn't intending to sell it as a game that should be played, but I might have actually made a compelling case for it by accident.
The view here is nice, don't you think? That's certainly an added benefit.
Sometimes you just gotta make like the jackpot like slot machine noises. Slot machine stocks have been big up. Slot machines are on the up and up ever since Clover Pit. I feel like poker was on the big up after Blotro. Honestly, Nubby's Number Factory didn't really do much for Plinko stocks. I think Plinko kind of stayed where it was at. But slot machine stocks are up right now. Clover, it assassinated like both of your messages. They're like that's too graphic, bro. They're like, we can't have that in the chat. I caught them like a little bit, but it did not show up in the chat. They're like, I don't know if you should be talking about big booby ladies and fucking mommy milkies or whatever. They're like, maybe you shouldn't be saying that. YouTube be censoring hella shit for no reason though. How do you find a way to talk about gambling so much? It's in like the DNA of mankind. It's human nature. I see it on like the screen, but like it doesn't show up in my chat when you say that. It probably shows up like client side when you say big booby, biggie, milky. Which, saying that out loud, I don't know if I liked saying that out loud. But yeah, it shows up on the screen, but it doesn't show up in my chat like my browser page.
The journey here wasn't easy, but things are just getting started. Livia, let's save Kanai Ward. Together.
You know, it is interesting to think about, like, is video games, some of the most like trending video games are just ways to simulate gambling. Because like Vampire Survivors, if you think about it, it like makes slot machine sound effects when you pick up like a chest or whatever. Gacha games are gambling. Horse Plinko is not, it's not really gambling. I mean, it is a little bit. Horse Plinko has some gambling. Blotro is gambling. Clover Pit is gambling. Maybe that's just like the cycle, the loop of video games, is that it all comes back to gambling. Hi, Lo-Fi Lori. How you doing?
That's not why I came to this city.
So many hot men are coming for your gotcha gambles and you can't do anything about it.
Right. I'm counting on you then. Wait, what did you say?
Visual novels are gambling with your feelings. That's true. That is true. You open up a visual novel and you're like, will I have a yippee happy fun time
Big
today,
Biggie and
or
Milky.
will I cry?
Yaku Booby and Milky. With
Oh,
Biggie Bobbers.
I don't have that. I don't have the guy open. I fumbled. There was no little mascot guy on screen, so it's just a disembodied voice. No. Big Vivia Milky, Yako Booby, and Milky with Biggie Bob, with Biggie Bobbers. That's an insane sentence. But also, I do have good news for you. I did watch K-pop Demon Hunters. I did watch it. I watched it that night. Dude, frame 1, I was like, oh man, what the hell did you guys make me watch? Because they like were doing like very exaggerated like facial expressions. Yes, that's exactly it. That's exactly the scene that happened. The girl sniffing the sushi roll, and I was like, man, what the hell y'all got me watching, bro? What did you do? How this better be this? They better reel me back in. And then they did. They actually did. And I was like, hold up. The music's good. They're reeling me back in. But the opening scene, I'm like, what is like this ramen product placement? Like, what is this whole scene? Okay, that's not the gift that. That is a edit of the GIF. But that is I literally screenshot. I literally like was live tweeting it low key. I guess I could screenshot my tweets. I didn't really live tweet it that much. I just made like a handful of tweets, just to like hold myself accountable to like watch this shit. I could put the skeets on this stream. But yes, I was like, what the hell y'all got me watching? I was like, all right, the music bangs. I can't lie, I'm pretty locked in right now. And then by the end, I'm like, okay, I fucked with it, cause it really is impressive how, like, if you didn't watch the movie, you could still get something out of the songs, but having watched the movie, they can have a very literal interpretation of what's going on in the show or the movie. So I thought it was pretty impressive, like especially from like a songwriting standpoint. But yeah, I looked up, I'm like, who's on like the cast, and I saw Audrey Nuna, and I'm like, I remember she did that song with like Jack Harlow in like 2019 or whatever. And then I think she also, yeah, it was Comic Sans. Ain't no way you think Free is the best. Did I say, did I write that? Did I write that in the song? Oh yeah, best song on the soundtrack is Free? Yeah. Free is the best song. That's just straight up. Free is the best song. Takedown is the best song? Nah, it's gotta be Free. Free's goated. I think my top 3 is probably Free, and then it's probably Free, Golden, Takedown. Oh no, but like fuck, it's probably Free. Whatever the song that they did, with like the one where they're like, we're gonna steal your souls now. That one, the Saha Boys. Whatever that one is. I think that's Your Idol. I think that's what that is. Yeah. I think it's Free. Your Idol. And then Golden. And then Takedown. IMO. IMO. Free was like such a highlight of like the whole movie for me. I was like, wait, they're gonna be bestest friends forever. And I thought it was really cool how they managed to, like, I think Free is the best example of them writing a song that could be impactful for someone not watching the movie, but if in the context of the movie the lyrics can be very literal, because she literally did like lose her voice, and like her spending time with whatever his name was started to heal her. And it's like in the context of the movie, it's very literal, but also like it could be interpreted as like a very honest like love song. Like I could hear that being on the radio, and you don't even need the context of the movie. Genu. Yeah, I think he was really cool. I liked him. I liked him as a villain. As someone who's definitely watched this movie and have definitely listened to OC. I like the one track with the music on it. Yeah, the one track where they're like doing like the dance, and like they're singing, and there's like the part where like the rap like they started rapping, and I was like, yeah. Aito flashbacks with Free. Low key, because he was laying out like the honey trap. What if Aito was in the Saha Boys? Bro, he literally is. The big bad is basically Aito. And Aito's basically Nagito. So basically, Nagito is the Saha Boys. I'm not like the craziest K-pop fan. Like, I don't listen to K-pop that often, but I was like, I likes it. Whenever I do listen to K-pop, I do enjoy it, but I don't often go out of my way to watch it. I expected to be confused the whole movie, TBH, but I was locked in. I thought it was pretty good. I don't remember. I know I knew somebody who was like a diehard Stray Kids fan. But I've had like 3 friends that were big K-pop stans, and I don't remember which one of that is, because I don't think I talk to any of them anymore. I don't think a single... Okay, I thought it might have been Morgan, but I wasn't sure. I'm like, it's either Morgan or like 2 of the people that I was romantically involved with. I like the group called Goon Gamers. That's my favorite K-pop group. You just type about how you don't like K-pop anymore because you be letting exes ruin things for you. Dude, I hated BTS because one of my exes was like a diehard BTS fan, and I was very insecure at the time, so I'm like, I'm directly competing with literal boy band for my girlfriend's attention, and it had me fucked up. But also that same ex tried to ruin Kaede Rantaru and Shuichi from Danganronpa for me, and then I reclaimed that shit. I said, hell no. I said, give me that shit. That shit don't belong to you. I'm not gonna let you taint my memory of Danganronpa. And that's what happened. Okie dokie, enjoy your dinner. She about to eat buttered chicken.
Did I mishear you?
I don't care what happens to Kanai Ward, and I have no intention to obey orders from the WDO either.
So, like, Vivia, what do you, like, do here? Why are you here? He said, I don't give a fuck about the investigation. I don't give a fuck about the WDO. I'm literally just here.
I just want some peace and quiet. A calming place where time will gently pass by.
I heard that doesn't Windows 10 like get discontinued on like the 14th of this month? That's what I feel like I heard that. Like I've been seeing images about that. Oh, they stopped updating it. So I'm assuming that means you could still just keep rocking with Windows 10. It's just not gonna get updates, which like I don't care. I could live with that. I think I'm on Windows like 11. I think I'm on like Windows 13 actually. I'm just here to be cool and have depression and eat meat buns. Coincidentally, I am getting fast food for dinner despite what I said earlier in the stream. Dude, shout out Windows Vista, shout out Windows XP, shout out Windows Bandera, shout out Windows Gangsta Edition. Shout out to all of them. I had Windows XP for so long. I kind of miss Windows XP with the big fucking green home button. And I gotta click on stupid Windows logo. It's just 4 squares. That shit don't got no swag. That was back when Microsoft had red, blue, green, and yellow in their little logo. And now they got fucking that was back when Microsoft was woke, and now Microsoft ain't woke no more. They don't like the LGBTQ plus colors in their logo no more. They gone what's the opposite of woke? Shout out to the iPod Touch 4. That shit was gas. I pirated so many YouTube. I downloaded so many YouTube videos on the iPod Touch 4, and I would watch them bitches in study hall. I watched the Half-Life 2 speedrun like every week in study hall. That shit was like 30 minutes long. I would just watch the Half-Life speedruns. Yeah, just get grown. 4 squares for elementary school playgrounds. Exactly, bro. Spittin'. I can't wait until Windows 9 releases. That's just gonna be awesome. Did they skip Windows 9? I know like everyone hated Windows 8. Does Windows 9 exist? It doesn't. Oh, duh, cause 789. Dude, I'm so stupid. I can't believe I forgot at 789. Well, Casey's about to be 3 years old tomorrow, so. Yeah, we are all gonna be 36. Going into 2026, we're all gonna be 36, and we're all gonna have 3 mortgages. We're all having We're all taking out loans on everyone's soul here. We're all about to jump cut to 36 years old. 6 kids, 3 mortgages. But the thing is that of those 6 kids, like 3 of them are gonna be like hidden, because that's just how shit goes in like this day and age. On everybody's life, we're all gonna be absent fathers. We're all about to be committing tax fraud at 36 years old. One of your kids is on Tylenol at birth. Yeah. On all of our souls, all of our favorite movies is now K-pop Demon Hunters. Yep, that's true. I was actually very impressed. I think a lot of it was because the opening scene had lowered my expectations heavily. I was like, oh no, please don't be like a quirky, silly, random XD-ass movie. But then like the plot was solid and the music was solid, and I was like, okay. They brought me down. They brought my expectations down, and then they caught me slipping. If only a woman could convince me to watch that movie, I'd do anything for Shoddy. Dude, I miss feeling like I liked somebody so bad that I would do like a bunch of bullshit just to like impress them. I miss feeling that way. But also, maybe it's not so bad. Maybe it's okay that I don't feel that way, and I could just stay in my own lane and thrive. But sometimes that feeling hits me, and I'm like, man, that's what I'm saying. I'm a D1 yearner. It's in my code. It's in my DNA. I miss yearning. That's really it. But like, it's so bad for me. It's so bad for me. Because it's always shit that's unattainable. So I just be setting myself up for failure by yearning. So I'm like, maybe it's fine that I don't yearn. I yearn to yearn. I really do. Yeah, Maddie's gonna find herself 36 years old, looking out at the sunset on like on a beachfront, and then she's gonna say, well, actually, she's gonna be on the surface of the sun, and she's gonna be looking at the earth, and she's gonna say, you know what? I get it now. I didn't get it before, but now I get it. She's gonna find herself in the exact same position. What is gurning? Is that like when you... Is that like when you like do like heroin and like your jaw like clenches up? I know gurning is like a thing related to like... The World Gurning Championships have been held at the Egerment Crab Fair in Cumbria since at least 1852. What is gurning? A gurn or chuck is a distorted facial expression and a verb to describe the action. Fuck it. I'm gonna start gurning. Whatever the fuck that means. Whatever gurning even is. Your mom always used to be like, one day you'll understand what I meant. And I'm like, Lamau, no. Absolutely. I would never. And then you always came to understand what she meant when you were older. Like, it really do be like that. You know, it's like, I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, man, older me would be absolutely aghast at how, like, I don't know. I have like a political views and shit. Like I kind of care about politics now, and I feel like it's only out of necessity because it's just so in your face now. But like younger me would be aghast at the thought of that. Like younger me was like, I'll never care about politics. I don't care. It doesn't really affect me. But now I'm like, wait, it affects me now. I cares now. I wish I didn't care. But now I kind of care. I think a lot of it is like, it's just so in your face with social media. Partly because like, you know, the people that want to get in office, it's in their best interest to promote that. And they have the bankroll to promote it and stuff like that. So it's kind of in your face whether you care about it or not. And then just from exposure, you kind of start to care about it, I feel like. But maybe it's avoidable. Maybe it's dependent on the spaces that you're in. And now that I'm grown and old, I'm in the demographic of people that care about politics, and now it's in my face, and now I care, and it's a perpetuating cycle. Someone's mom brought their kids whole lunch table McDonald's on Wednesday. The mom brought them Chick-fil-A. That motherfucker must be rolling in the dough. What the hell? I would eat like school pizza. That's it. If that. A lot of times I just wouldn't even eat lunch. Not because like we were broke or anything. I was just like, I could just save the money and I'm chilling. It's not that bad. I had, you know, I ate a Pop-Tart at like 7 a.m. and then lunch is at like 12. Like I can stick it out for like 5 hours and just eat like dinner instead. Like I'll be good.
What are you talking about? You're not gonna find that here.
Even Yako doesn't even know what we're talking about. He's like, wait, I thought we were playing Raincoat. Why are we talking about politics at school lunch?
The only place you can find perfect peace is heaven.
Vivi's like, yeah, you're right. And then he fucking hops over the ledge.
And the only ones who can reach it are the dead. Wait, don't tell me you...
Just leave me alone.
I can't do that. We need your help. Hey, Vivia!
I was about to say, put me back in the elevator because I need to know
I've
what's
always
going
been
on.
able to see the dead, and what they tell me is always true. The truth has been exhausting for me, for as long as I can remember. Even when I cover my eyes and ears, their voices continue to whisper it to me. Please, be quiet. No matter how much I beg for it, the calm will never come. Where's the perfect peace? It's found in death.
Ah, there's the look. Everyone who steps into this elevator has the same look in their eyes. They want to escape reality as soon as possible. They don't care where they end up, as long as they can get away. This elevator will take you to your desired exit.
Maddie Muffin sat on a tuffet eating Freddy's. No! It's so sad that Vivia died of Ligma.
The path to the other side.
And it's your job to see them off? You've seen so many on their way from here. It's like you are the guide to the afterlife.
So what if I am? Aren't you similar?
Perhaps that may be true. It moved.
Life is like this elevator. Once it moves, it will not stop. I can hear them.
Hey, Vivia! Where are you?
I'm chilling in this elevator. He's kind of just chill maxing, not gonna lie.
Hey, Vivia! Where are you?
That voice.
Do you recognize it?
No.
Oh.
If you have
Telling
any
lies?
attachments in this world, I suggest you don't depart.
I can't say that I have been to a hotel like that. I feel like I'm trying to think of like, I understand what you want me to say, but I'm like, I don't know what the punchline is. I don't know what the part 2 to that is, so I'm almost tempted to bite. Cause like, where do you go from that? I guess I could wager a guess to where you want to lead me after I bite on the hotel. I fuck with bangs. I fuck with bangs heavy. I think she's got a nice fit. So Vivia. So the side story is, there's been a bunch of suicides at this one building, and then Vivia has followed this girl Rio into this elevator, and Rio is basically like the guide to like the afterlife, more or less. She's been like pushing like really depressed people off of the buildings to like help them die, because all the people that like follow her are like, I want to die someday, which is like Vivia's entire vibe. Ah, eating these nuts. Yeah, I was like, at first I'm like, eating what? Like, your ass? Like, I was like, no, that's not it. I was like, we're eating what? And then I was like, oh, it's probably like eating nuts. I eventually figured it out, but I couldn't figure out the A to B for a minute. Also, welcome back, Casey. How was your side quest? Along came McCasey. Cloba sent them to Spacey, and they never came back to Central Coast.
Attachments. If that's the case, why did you go to the other side?
Huh?
The first of those who died was a woman wearing a red raincoat. Her name was Rio. It was written in a newspaper article. Why do you still ride this elevator, even after death? Isn't it because you're still attached to this world?
What is your announcement, Casey?
Who are you? You don't seem like an ordinary human.
I'm a regular detective. I just happen to have one foot on the other side.
I see. Still, you surprised me. You knew I was already dead.
I told you in the beginning, and you smelled of death.
He said, damn. You smell, lady. Does that mean that you have eaten Freddy's? What is that? What does that announcement mean? Yeah, what if they like survive the fall? Like how the guy in Fubuki's timeline, that she kept re-rolling until that guy survived the fall.
You did.
You're responsible for stopping this elevator, using some spiritual power, or whatever.
Eat Freddy's.
You haven't been guiding the suicidal to the roof of this building. You've been stopping the elevator in an attempt to make them reconsider.
You sure are a mean one. You knew all along.
Did you try to save them?
Yes. As I'm sure you know, I haven't been able to stop a single one. More than 10. And I've watched all of them go. That's why I think it's my fault. Because I chose this place for my own death, it's become rather famous for suicides. I was just tired of living. I wanted to go somewhere far away from this place.
But you regret it.
Yes. That's why I always stop the elevator whenever someone comes here, so I can speak to them. But I've never been able to convince them otherwise. All I've done is provide some time to think things over. Everyone who comes here has claimed none would be saddened by their deaths. I've never been able to get them to recant those words.
That should be expected. After all, it is the truth. Everyone must overcome the death of others to keep on living. No one can remain in place and look back every time.
Is that so? We're almost to the roof. From here on, I can do nothing to stop this. Please listen. Even if you get to the roof, don't step out onto the floor.
Why?
Because they will try to take you. As long as because you're here to investigate what happened, not for your own death.
I don't know about that. The moment I got on the elevator, I think I made up my mind.
No! You must be determined to survive! Otherwise they will take you!
Life and death. I fail to see the border between the two anymore. They both overlap. I can no longer tell which one is the real me.
This is some Jaden Smith shit. What do you mean? Would they not like both be the real you? Like, I don't know. The fuck are you talking about, Vivia? This is some like I'm 12 and this is deep type shit. I don't know.
Think of the people you will leave behind.
Sometimes Vivia says something profound and sometimes he says something that's like fake profound.
You must have some in your life. Are you really going to depart without saying farewell to them? There must be someone you'll regret not saying goodbye to.
If I had someone like that, I wouldn't be here. I have no one.
Motherfucker, Yako was just banging on the door like, Vivia, where are you? You're my bestest friend ever, and I'll be so sad if you died. And he's like, nah, nobody give a fuck about me. What would you do if you just walked into the fucking
agency in a submarine?
You just walked in the room and you just saw Vivia standing there, like hunched over, like slumped.
If you ever have trouble here in Kanai Ward, just come on by. The other detectives and I will always have your back. In exchange, you better watch out for us, too.
What a pain.
If you ever need something, let me know.
I want peace and quiet.
Huh?
I want to be left alone.
There's no way I can do that. We're pals, aren't we?
Vivia, please! I have no
Vivia,
juice!
You've barely eaten a thing since you came here.
I have no sauce, I'm chopped! Teach me how to mew!
You're looking kind of emaciated.
He said, damn. You look fucking... You need a fucking sandwich. Bro, I don't know what Casey's announcement was. She just said, eat Freddy's, and then fucking walked away.
I'm eating well enough.
That's not for
I think
eating,
that's the
that's
announcement,
for
was
reading.
just eat Freddy's. How much did they pay you? This is like the best... This is... Dude, I gotta like get in touch with the Freddy's fucking management team because we be doing hella heavy lifting on the advertising front for Freddy's, and we're not getting a dime out of that, and that's kind of fucked up. Like we need to get on the Freddy's bankroll. with all this free promo that we're doing?
Same thing.
How could they be the same thing? Do you hate the food in this town or something? The hotel restaurants offer lots of different choices. I'm sure you'll find something you can eat.
Welcome back, Nuggy. You're eating Freddy's for dinner? We really are just doing hella promo for Freddy's.
All right, today's my treat. Let's go get dinner at a restaurant.
Why bother with all that trouble? I wish you'd leave me alone.
Is that the quote from fucking Naked Gun? You've got quite the rap sheet. Says here you did 20 years of man's laughter. Must have been quite the joke. Pretty sure that's from the Naked Gun, which we watched like last week. Oh, clothed right. Oh, my bad. I forgot. It's from like the sister show, like the one that's it's like the parallel movie that's like the exact same. You know who else was in that movie? O.J. Simpson. Is that surely that has to be the O.J. or the OG version? Because I watched the remake, like the recent remake. I didn't watch the original Naked Gun. It's also the reference you made at the start of the stream. Hold on, let me scroll up. Oh. I see. That one went over my head. I thought you were accusing me of a hate crime. And I was like, no. Why would you do that? Why would you accuse me of a hate crime? But also... Hello, wipos. That would make sense though. That makes a lot more sense. An old John. How do you even say his? I don't even know how to say his last name. Is it Lajoie? I don't know. I know who that is though. Isn't that the guy that made like, guns don't kill people. I kill people with guns. Is that the same guy? No. Yeah. No. Yeah. That is him. That is him. I had to look him up. Okay. Enjoy your Freddy's, Maddie. And yes, I feel like, I don't know. I don't want to celebrate every 1,000. I feel like I am grateful for the numbers on the channel, but also I'm not too pressed about the numbers. If number go up, good. If not, I'm still gonna make shit. I don't care.
I can't do that. I may not look it, but I can be pretty persistent.
Lazois? That's crazy.
You told me one thing, so now I have to do the opposite.
I used to
That's just how I
listen to
am.
like a whole bunch of his parody songs. Like, I'm just an everyday, or I forget how it goes. I'm just a regular, everyday, normal motherfucker. Can't like phonetically type it. Yeah, it sounds, it's crazy. French is a crazy ass language. But I know who that guy is. I have listened to many of his silly songs.
That's what made me the detective I am today.
That's what made me Fuzzhead. And then Vivi's like, bro, shut the fuck up. I'm just trying to read and kill myself.
Don't wish for death. At this rate, you'll be taken away. They're growing stronger. Each new one makes them more formidable.
Les Joie. John Lejoie. Maybe something like that.
He will even take hold of the living. We've
John
arrived.
Lejoie.
They're coming.
Je m'appelle Not Pockets. I hope there's no ghost in this game. Ah!
So death awaits me here.
Don't go any further!
It's so scary.
They aren't moving. It's almost as though they haven't noticed you.
I think Vivian
I
fell
thought
asleep.
so. They're only able to take away the living.
I don't think I've ever seen the WTF collectives. I never even heard of it. I'd have to check it out. Yeah, I don't know if I like know how to scream. I feel like whenever I scream, it's like ironic. I like lost the like when I don't know. I don't know how to scream right no more. I don't know how to scream.
Then you're also...
He's been in phantom mode this whole time.
I'm the same as you all. I'm a ghost.
No way!
However, in my case, my body still lingers in this world.
What does that mean? Who are you?
I'm Vivia Twilight. I'm fucking sick
I've already
nasty.
told you. I'm an ordinary detective. I just happen to have one foot on the other side.
Cut my life into pieces.
I decided to come here in my ghost form to try talking to you.
But she's dead, but he's dead, but he's actually not dead. And he's really alive, but he's here in his dead form. It makes sense. Like, I probably should have expected this when the reveal was that she was a ghost. But I think it was pretty cool that they framed it as them all being alive at first.
And thanks to that, I can't be dragged out of here.
Really? I don't quite understand. But you sure are a mysterious person.
They were like, oh
I
man,
wouldn't mind walking away
I
on
was
my own,
hungry.
but I refuse to let someone take me away from here. That is not the peace I desire.
So you've reconsidered?
There is no need
He's
for you
like,
to be
"No, I
imprisoned
didn't."
here. I think your atonement has been fulfilled. Isn't it about time you sever your attachments here?
No. I want to remain behind. I need to ensure they don't take anyone else who comes here. Not everyone is as strong as you are.
I'm not strong at all. I've just grown used to death. Also, will the elevator move again? Or is it stuck on the roof?
Wait, but who was phone? Who was elevator though? If Vivia was dead and Rio was dead and also all the people on the roof were dead, is elevator dead or is elevator alive? Huh.
Want a cookie recipe? Too bad. Here's a cookie recipe. 8 tablespoons of salted butter, half cup white sugar. I like to use raw cane sugar with a coarser texture. 1/4 cup packed light brown sugar. 1 teaspoon vanilla. 1 egg. 1½ cups all-purpose flour. 6.75 ounces. Half teaspoon baking soda. 1/4 teaspoon salt, but I always add a little extra. 3/4 cup chocolate chips. I use a combination of chocolate chips and chocolate chunks.
That sounds like a pretty good recipe. That's probably a reference, but if it's a reference, I don't know if I caught it.
Yeah, until someone pushes the button.
Oh, Vivia, you
Vivia,
idiot! Now
are you
you're
there?
stuck. You're stuck in the elevator because you can't interact with the real world. The reference was 6.7. All of that for a 6.7 reference is kind of crazy work.
That's Chief Yako.
I kind of want to just let him struggle. I'm just gonna leave Yako here for a while just to see him struggling to open the door. Okay, I'll let him open it.
He's not here.
The bar's on the floor.
Damn it.
That's
The wrong
true.
place. I thought he'd come here to investigate.
The elevator was the friends we made along the way.
I'm so exhausted.
Wait, is this the elevator? It'd be crazy if this was the elevator of the original, like, Nocturnal Detective Agency. That would be really crazy. I don't know how they would work, like, story-wise. But that'd be cool if this was, like, the elevator to, like, the roof of the
He
Nocturnal
took the
Detective
stairs
Agency.
all the way to the roof to chase after the elevator.
I don't remember exactly what Hua's phone is a reference to. I know it's like some creepypasta type shit. I don't know exactly what, like, post it's relevant to, but I do know of the reference.
He must have been worried about you. I've watched over 10 people depart, but he's the first one I've seen come looking for the dead. You have a place you can return to. Perhaps that's the difference between us.
Honestly, I don't care for all the noise. I'm rather envious of your world.
However, if you have a place to return home to, you should.
Home, huh? I find myself hesitating. I don't know which path I should take.
Isn't it obvious?
What if, like, their ghosts, like, held hands and shit, though?
Where did you go?
That'd be pretty cool.
Please, go back to him. I'm sure he's waiting for you to return.
And then Vivia regularly goes up to the elevator with his ghost wife in it just to hang out, and then that's what he's
Vivia,
doing when he's sleeping
I
in
was
the
looking all
furnace
over
all the
for you.
time. Is he just sleeping out in the rain, just getting rained on
You
his
had such a
fucking dome
solemn look on
piece?
your face when you left, so I had a hunch.
Yeah, he
What
is.
happened?
I got a bit lost.
Getting lost at your age? Then again, you didn't come to this city that long ago, so I guess that makes sense.
He do got a hunch back, though. He got a
Anyway,
hunch?
I'm glad you're
Boy,
okay.
we been knowing that.
Let's go back to my
He
awesome
been
agency
had that.
office.
And then they lived happily ever after.
Death is always awaiting me upon my path.
Yeah, he like
Like
He kinda
trees
stood up
neatly
straight in
lining
that
the
scene a little bit.
roadside, casting dark shadows at my feet. Even if I manage to overcome them, and make it to the end of that path. When I turn around, the cruel truth is waiting there. The shadows are a procession to my own funeral. To live means to continuously die. Every human is nothing but a
But like, what does that
walking
mean?
corpse.
To live means to continuously die? Like, what does that even mean? That doesn't
So,
mean anything.
I
He's just
too
saying shit to
am
say
dying
shit.
in this moment.
Nah, he's just saying shit. Vivian probably has
However,
lost tattooed on his chest.
As long as I continue to travel this path, I may enjoy some peaceful scenery
That's what I'm saying. He's on some I'm 14 and this is deep type shit.
beyond the
He
truth.
just be saying shit.
Perhaps
He's on his
peace I
Jaden Smith
desire
era
can be found
for his
there.
whole life. Where he's on realize, realize, realize. To be fair, it probably has like a way, it probably reads way cleaner in Japanese, and like it probably gets a little bit lost in translation from Japanese to English. Like there's probably like some fucking like Japanese like folk tale about like you know, whatever shit like that, where it's like an old Japanese story of fucking life and death. Yeah, I think that's like the smartest way to like read into it. Yeah, it's like every second that you are alive, you are 1 second closer to death. I'm as close to death as I've ever been. Well, I guess maybe that couldn't. Maybe there's potential for that to not be true. Because like, what if like you're on a flight and it has turbulence, and it's like you could have been close to death and you didn't even know. So maybe I'm not the closest to death I've ever been. But like when it comes to dying of old age, I guess every second. You have 2 minutes to live, but every time you breathe, it resets. I could probably. Ooh, I don't know. I was gonna say I could probably hold my breath for 2 minutes. But I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to try and embarrass myself. I'd probably try and then like last like 90 seconds and then tap out. And I'm okay, guys. I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna try and hold my breath for as long as I can. Oh my god. That was tough. I was very impressed with Rain Code. I had tempered expectations. But I was really impressed, especially with the ending. I thought the ending was very interesting. And I like a lot of the characters. I wish that we got some of the prologue characters for longer. I saw that there was a popularity poll, and Poochie from the prologue beat like Fubuki Clockford. And I'm like, bro, character who literally dies frame 1 versus like a core character to the story? I'm like, you know, what's her name? Poochie is cool, and I wish that she did stick around. Same with like Melanie. I wish she also stuck around. I didn't really give a fuck about fucking Zangief or Zilcho Baggins or Aphex Twin. Like, I did not care about any of those guys. But like, I think Poochie and Melanie could have been cool. I really like relating things to like video games. Like frame 1, like literally as soon as they just showed up on the screen, they're like, hi. Yeah, Zork fork. Honestly, I don't think I guess like dumpling. Do dumplings count as like meat buns? Like, kinda, maybe. I guess maybe I would think about like think about that a little differently. But I think I could still do a good meat bun. I'd probably fuck that shit up still. But I'll try and not spoil anything because I know Clover hasn't beaten the main game, so I don't want to spoil anything. That's why I'm glad that the sub stories are like their own things. Yeah.
Do you know what
Sticks
milk
tongue
I
out.
put in the fridge was? I was saving it for my coffee.
Beats me.
That's my seat, you know.
How much?
Huh?
How much do you want for it? I'll pay your asking price. Well?
You gotta be kidding. Fine.
Halara's so cool.
I will.
Yeah.
Huh? Someone's coming. I wasn't expecting guests today.
Absolutely mogged out of your own chair and your own desk. Who's this? Like, what's her name? Like Hitomi from fucking Somnium Files?
Right this way. It's a bit cramped in here.
Who? Iris's mom? Is her name Hitomi? What the hell's her name? Welcome back, Maddie. Also, yeah, they gave Aphex a motive and then he just fucking died instantly. Let me look her up. Let me look up. What the hell is her name? It is Hitomi. She got the bob cut. Although this is way more of a bob than Hitomi has. Hitomi just has a big ass sweater on. I'll pull it up so that you guys can see. Why does it say OBS has crashed? We're still here. Uh-oh. Can I still interact with OBS or am I gonna break everything? It seems to be working. But this is who I was thinking of. It's not really that close. But the thought's there. Yeah, it's like it's the same like trad wife look.
Are you the chief of the Nocturnal Detective Agency?
It's the vibe, okay?
My name is Tetra. Pleased to meet you.
Wait, she's got like a bob inside of a bob. What the hell? That's crazy. Hold on. She's got a double layered bob.
I'm the chief.
I
That's
never
just
seen
one of our
nothing like that
detectives.
before.
Oh, excuse me. Your detective was sitting at the biggest desk here, so I assumed that...
My seat gets stolen the moment I leave it open. Let's sit down.
Is this Yuma Coco? Yeah, this is the real Yuma Coco head. Tetra Coco head.
I was told you investigate murders.
A murder case. It's possible for us to handle it, but what we can or can't do depends on whether or not the peacekeepers have
Coco
already
head.
gone through it.
I see. My father passed away in a rather bizarre manner. The
Yeah, I feel like
peacekeepers declared it was an
her
accidental
facial
death.
structure doesn't look anything like Hitomi.
But I just can't believe it was an accident.
Carrara from 100 Line.
The peacekeepers
She do be
usually try to
timid.
declare any unnatural deaths.
She got
as
the
accidents.
haircut.
Why do you
but no-
suspect that it wasn't one?
No tomato head though.
My father kept tropical fish as a hobby.
Hitomi tomato
One morning,
head?
He was found dead, drowned with his head stuck in the fish tank.
Wait, are we going back to like the nailman room?
Do you really think that could be an accident?
He drowned with
Don't
his head
spoil
stuck
100
in a
Line.
fish tank?
Roger that.
Can you describe the situation?
Yeah, the Carrara cosplayer is super based. I respect the hustle.
The fish tank is set rather low, so you can view it from above. My father was in a kneeling position, with his head dunked into the water.
It's good that your lymph node is not on fire anymore. I'm glad it got extinguished.
That sure is bizarre. What did the peacekeepers have to say?
They say he was electrocuted, and passed out when he touched the temperature control switch with wet hands. And he fell into the water and
He
drowned.
said,
Unfortunately.
Are you sure the cause of death was drowning?
Yes, that appears to be the case without a doubt. A trustworthy doctor did the autopsy.
I see. From what you've said, you can't really deny that it could have been an accident.
Your limp noodle was inflamed.
No, the problem is the room where my father passed away. It was obvious that someone else had rummaged around.
What do you mean?
Well, the room has lots of tropical fish tanks lined up.
You drew an OC for the game for this, like this art style, like a raincoat
But on the day
OC.
my father died, all of them were shattered to pieces. And of course there was water and dead fish all over the floor.
Bro, what did they say fuck the fish for? Oh, 100 Line OC. The real hidden 16 student.
Someone must have forced their way into the room to do something so terrible. I believe my father was murdered by whoever did that. This
Yeah,
must
if
be
you
a
would
murder.
like to share,
Please uncover the truth of my father's death.
I would be interested in checking them out. I wonder if there's probably an avenue in which you could share it. Maybe on the Discord. We do have a show and tell thingy. So if you wanted to share, you could post it in the show and tell. But you don't have to, of course. I'm fucking the dog. That is a classic J Schlatt line. I don't remember what the context was.
What do you think, Halara?
Beats me. I wasn't paying attention.
Don't lie. There's no way you couldn't hear us.
You can assume I don't exist, unless pay is involved.
Hello, base department?
I can pay. My father left me an inheritance.
Oh, don't mind my
Halara
detective.
just like
Our rates are
sits
always
up real
reasonable
quick. They're
here.
like, allowance, inheritance.
Then you'll investigate this case on my behalf?
Huh?
Maddie, I promise you, absolutely fuck all goes on in in my Discord. Absolutely fuck all. It is dead quiet in there. Alright, let's peep this. Wait, you kind of cooked. Do you want me to, I could put it on the screen, but also if you don't want me to, I don't have to. But you kind of cooked with this one.
Yes, of course. As detectives sworn to protect this town, we can't leave any mysteries unsolved.
Okay, we can do a little show and tell action. Imagine I was like, so yeah, this this is Violet's OC. this is the OC. No, but this is Violet's 100-line OC. Get the full piece on it. But yeah, they're super cool. It came out really good. I feel like like being able to like replicate like the art style of like Danganronpa is really difficult. Those two look massively different. Well, yeah, because the last one was a 3D model from Somnium Files. But this is very impressive. Many people. I feel like the Danganronpa art style is in at least it was in like high demand. I feel like it still probably is, but I feel like people would be like, "Let me get a commission. I want my OC in the Danganronpa art style." But you have cooked. I can say with a oh shit, what did I delete? Oh no, I deleted something that I don't know what it was. Can I undo it? I think so. What the? I don't know what I deleted. I think I undid it. Reminds you of the Pinterest pick cruise for Danganronpa. No, I deleted one of my scenes on OBS. I didn't delete something that I downloaded. I deleted something that I actively used to like broadcast. I don't know what I deleted. There's like 1.5 million different sources. But I think we're okay. I don't think I broke anything. That's crazy that y'all be making art. Y'all be like creative and shit. That's based.
Thank you. I'm so happy I worked up the courage to come here.
The Nocturnal Detective Agency is here to protect the peace of Kanai Ward. You can always count on us.
I haven't seen any Danganronpa pick crews, but I am familiar with the Amori pick crew because that one's fucking insane, and I follow the artists of that because they're like they go crazy. The person who made the Amori pick crew, they're like they can replicate like the JoJo art style. I think they've done Danganronpa stuff. They can replicate the Amori art style. I think they have like their own like game that they've contributed art to. It's crazy. I fuck with artists.
As for investigating this case, we'll check out the crime scene soon. Promise.
See you later, lady.
Jeez.
That was rather reckless of you to promise.
It's not like I have a choice. I can't just abandon people in need. I'm Yaku Furio, chief of the Nocturnal Detective Agency. I gotta protect this town.
I love Yako.
Do you even have a single lead to solve this case?
What? Of course. I'm a detective after all.
He just does first and thinks later.
If I proceed with the investigation,
He's like
sure
such a
I can
golden
find some
retriever
kind of
ass
clue.
character.
But I'll need your help, Halara.
That depends on the payment.
You know I don't have a lot of money.
And you know that I don't work for cheap.
Then, how about a deal instead?
What deal?
If you solve
There's
this
I'm
case,
listening.
I'll let you keep a cat here.
Furrows eyebrows.
Really?
Time to get serious.
Yes, really. Hey,
I'm off then.
where are you going?
To the crime scene.
Hold on. The client just left. Why don't you wait until tomorrow?
Fine. I shall review the case's records until then.
Halara's fee is cheaper than I thought.
The art of the deal. Yako has successfully figured out how to get Halara to work for him.
Thank you for coming. You really are willing to investigate the case.
Yeah, he's such like a he's such an idiot, but it's so hard to not want Yako to like succeed. He just has everyone's best interests in mind. Okay, I'll try and remind you. Exactly. Halara was like, listen, as soon as I solve this case, we get Cat instantly. But it is concerning that I haven't seen a cat at the detective agency. I do know that Halara is allergic to cats. So I do know that about Halara.
Your house is pretty
So
big.
that might be a
Your
reason
father must have been
why.
well off.
Yes. My father owned a medical devices company. He contributed to Kanai Ward's medical advancements for years. I simply can't believe he met his end like this.
We'll find justice for him.
Thank you. I am in your debt. This is my fiance, Jaren. We've been living together for about a year now.
Jaren fucking did it. He's the one who killed this
Nice
man.
to meet you.
I'd like to ask you more about the details later, but can we take a look at the scene for now? Oh, before that, do you have a photo of your father?
Of course. Here's a picture from when he was still alive.
Thank you. Halara, over here. I'll leave the investigation to you. It's a bit too cramped for all of us to be wandering about. I'll keep speaking to them outside. Talk to me when you're done.
This is my last one. I've done all of the other side stories. I've done Vivia, Fubuki, Desahiko, and Yako. So this is my last one. This is the last thing that I have to do in Raincoat, and then I tie my little bow up on Raincoat, and I wipe my hands clean, and I'm done. There are still like sides, like there's like all the side quests, but I wasn't really interested in doing the side quests, so I wasn't going to bother with those. There's also the gumshoe gabs, which I think are pretty quick, but I also don't have all of those.
Understood. Now, time to review the cards I've been dealt.
You definitely want to remember this.
Time to investigate.
Right.
There's some stains on the floor. It is likely due to the water spilled from the fish tanks. Other than that, nothing else seems suspicious.
I see.
The equipment and food for the tropical fish are placed together. Seems like nothing has been used since the incident. There's some dust. Gambling reference spotted? Did I? I
All
must
of
have
the
missed
fish
it.
tanks have been shattered. There's broken glass scattered on the inside, which means it's certain someone smashed it inward. Why would someone do this?
Door. This dirty ass door.
There is a sticky substance stuck to the door frame. Perhaps tape residue?
Will they try and fucking duct tape the door shut? Like what? What? That seems pretty silly. But it's probably not like completely ineffective. It's just probably largely ineffective. Oh god. Oh, maybe he crawled through this tiny little like. This is like a.
Vent.
This is like a vent for like your CPU fan. Like this is a this is a computer part vent.
There's some blue paint on the inner side of the frame.
Oh, the fish Oh my god, a fish snuck out through the vent. It jumped out of the tank into the vent, and then it went to the outside world.
Looks like something rubbed against it. This may have something to do with the case.
What will you have after 500 cases? A bunch of blue skins. There may be a Falchion knife rust coat if I'm lucky. Or if I'm really lucky, I get a case hardened blue gem. Gold. Sorry, I've been very Counter-Strike pilled lately.
What is this? There is a stain here that looks like a horizontal line. Upon close inspection, there appears to be a faint outline of the same stain along all 4 walls.
That is really weird. I don't know what that could possibly mean. I'm like, what is this, water damage? Like... How's the math on that one? Do I really not inspect like the spot where the guy died at all? Oh, is it that they filled the whole...
regular sliding window with
they filled the whole room with water?
There are no suspicious marks on it.
Is that what happened? I guess probably, right?
There is a small veranda outside. We're on the 2nd floor, so any rain that falls off the eaves flows to the drain.
I've investigated things of note, but... Are we gonna go into the precognition? Alright. I am going to take a quick refill on tea and such. So I will be doing this. I got my stream deck to work, by the way. Okay, not all the way. But I got... Oh, that's... No, I didn't delete that. I was like, that's what I deleted, was this text, but that wasn't the case. Okay. But I need to get some more tea and stuff. So I'll be right back. You guys, sit tight. I'll be back shortly. returned. I got to reassemble myself. GG, streamer sleeping. Man, this is where my hard-earned sub money goes. For my streamer to sleep on the job. Unbelievable. Yeah, all those sleepless nights evading the government officials really finally caught up to me. Hey people of the interweb, like and subscribe because number one, if you enjoy the Cahoots, then you will know when it is, and if there will be one. Number two, if you're watching this far, that might mean that you missed the stream, and, well, that's okay. If you subscribe, you'll have a chance to know. Number three, because yes. The next goal is 20k, and then after that, 50k, and then after that 100k, and then after that I don't know, you could go like 150k and so like celebrate every 50k, but also I feel like it goes up like exponentially. So like after 100k maybe it's 200k, and after that it's like, well, actually maybe after 100k it's 250, and then 500, and then 1 million, and then 1.5 million, and then 2 million, and then 4 million, and then $7 million. That's why today's sponsor
That's about all I can investigate for now.
is Bort. It's Bort VPN. Bart VPN from The Simpsons.
I should go talk to our clients before I observe the crime scene at the time the body was discovered.
The crime scene has been inspected, Chief.
Thanks.
I like the idea that Chief Yako was just standing there in front of the door, looking through like the glass the whole time. Yeah, it's Zigbort Big Bort VPN.
There are a few things I'd like to confirm.
That's why today's sponsor is Zigbort VPN. I really love Zigbort Big Bort. I think your guys' names on Discord being like, I forget what the was it. I feel like it was like Zigbort and like Zigbort and Zixby or whatever. You guys having your names as that on Discord, it like made me curious, and I looked into it, and then it's permanently been in my psyche ever since.
Yes, please ask me anything.
Can you give me the details of when you discovered the body?
And that was like 3 years ago at least.
It was, I think, around 6 in the morning. My father usually woke up early for breakfast, but when I went to get him, he wasn't in his room.
Usually he gets the fucking veteran special at the local IHOP. But then he was killed.
So I looked around and noticed Sugar barking at this room.
Ah, Sugar. The dog did it? What the dog doing?
Sugar?
That's the name of our dog.
Hello, it's me, Sugar. I'm... Holy shit, he barked loud as hell. Hello, it's me, Sugar. I'm relevant.
Hey!
Yo, he's a good doggy. Yo, he's a doggy. Oh my god. Okay, inside voice Sugar.
Sugar sure is happy. She's rarely friendly with anyone.
Are you like back home and like, are you good now? Is that what you mean by being back? Did you like go get like when are you going back to the doctor? Was that like today or? Oh yeah, that's right. You went to eat to obtain sustenance. That's right. That's right. Okay, I thought so. I was like, you've been here, so I'm like, I'd be surprised if you were like not home this whole time.
She barks at me all the time.
There, there.
Shall we continue?
Oh, sorry. Sugar was barking in front of the room, so I opened the door to take a look. There I saw my father. His head was in the fish tank. He was already gone.
I heard her scream and ran over. But what I saw took my breath away. The fish tanks were all destroyed. The floor was covered with water. All the tropical fish Father loved were scattered across the floor, dead.
Were they valuable?
I'm not sure. I don't know how much they were worth, but the fact is, my father cared for them a great deal.
If the fish were expensive, do you think someone tried to steal them?
Are you implying my father's murder was an afterthought?
Well, I'm just considering possibilities.
I feel like that's not unreasonable. Listen, I'm just the fucking detective, bro. Don't be mad at me. Maybe it was. It's not my fault if it was.
If they were going to steal the fish, I doubt they'd smash the tanks.
You're right.
Do you know the estimated time of death for the victim?
I believe it was around
You know
10
what's
o'clock
crazy
the night
is-
before.
So I found that you can get all of the 3D models for like every single Raincode character. So I got Halara Nightmare for the thumbnail, and I was like learning Blender just to like pose Halara for the thumbnail. And like I was like, you know what? It would be kind of funny if I turned Halara Nightmare into like a VTuber model, and like I ported it to like Warudo, which is like the program that most people use to animate their 3D models. But they didn't have any they didn't have like any armature set up, which is basically like the bone system that Blender works. But also I don't know Blender like at all, so take my intel with a grain of salt. But I was applying bones to Halara Nightmare. I was assigning like bones. I was like working it out because there's like a default like bone setup, and it lines up mostly, but the hands are really off. So I was messing around with my bones, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I don't know how this shit works. I really should not. I'm not qualified to be doing this. But I was doing that late last night. Like I was putting the bones in Halara Nightmare in their 3D model. It would be kind of fun to be Halara Nightmare. Canonically, no bones. But yeah, like somebody decompiled Raincode, and you can get most of the 3D models, but posing them is really hard, especially with no bones. I think it'd be way easier if they had bones, because like I don't know, there's like some sort of bone thing, because like, you know, I could bend her knees, and I keep saying her, that's my bad. You can bend their knees and stuff like that, but it was just way too in-depth, because like the clothing moves independently, so I'm like, so it's just so much work. But I tried to give them bones, and then I gave up, because I'm like, a smarter me would have just like, there's got to be a better way to do this. Yeah, Halara canonically is, they've never said what they gender is, so it's implied that they're non-binary, but also it could be possible that they do have a gender and they've just never said it. But the headcanon is that they're non-binary, and I love that for them. I think the voice actor and like the pink glasses, like it triggered my neuron fires, and I'm like, girl, and then I'm like, no, No, wrong, wrong. Stop doing that.
When was the last time you saw him alive?
I feel like the baddest bitch that you'll ever meet will be non-binary and also like asexual. That's just the truth. That's just the truth of this world. Is that will be the baddest bitch of all time. I don't know how it's possible, but it just is. It's just facts. World's hottest person really be like that.
Right around 7 that night. I ate dinner with him. He went to his room after that.
According to the peacekeeper's investigation, the victim died around 10 p.m. You told me to remind you to do your dailies, Maddie. Have you done your dailies? And also, good night. Hopefully you sleep well when you choose to do so, which sounds like right now.
Does anyone else live here?
It's just me and him now. The servant left after making dinner before 7.
Tell me.
The servant?
What were you doing around 10 that night?
Nagito Komaeda? He's real in this game.
After finishing dinner with my father, I did some cleaning and washed the dishes. Jaren came to the dining hall around 8 for dinner. And then we watched TV in the living room until around midnight.
Okie dokie. Good night, Maddie. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's kind of such a power move to be like hot as hell and then like they're like, damn, girl. And you're like, no, not girl. And they're like, anyways, I don't care what you are. I just want you. And they're like, can't have me. And it's like, I'd be so devastated. I'd be so devastated. But it's like, I don't know. There's something about it though. There's something about the forbidden fruit. As much as I hate to admit it, like the games low-key work on me. I like someone who could like I'm just a D1 yearner. I yearn for someone that like could give less of a shit about me. Not that like I would want that, but like I don't know, someone who just like they're just like, I don't know, they're just very focused on themselves and very driven. I fuck with that. I fuck with someone with ambition and a lot of investment in themselves.
Yes. I know for certain we were together between 8 and midnight.
Someone who's got themselves figured out and they're just cool with themselves. I feel like that just appeals to me. It's like I can get behind that.
Did you ever get up during that time? Such as to go to the bathroom?
I don't think so.
Were there any screams or sounds of a struggle around 10 at night?
No, not at all.
I see. That leaves me wondering who entered that room, when they did, and why they smashed all the fish tanks.
So my assumption is that they smashed all the fish tanks to fill the room with water, but then it's like, it's only like waist height, so it's not like you're just like forced to drown in here. So I don't really know the motive behind that. I mean, I guess that makes a body large enough to like drown a man, but like I don't know. I was trying to imagine like, what if the whole room filled with water so that they just like couldn't, like you could just drown somebody like remotely? What if you put like a bunch of like remote explosives in the fucking fish tank so that it'd fill the whole room with water, and then they would drown like that, and then you could just be watching TV in the dining room and have your hands completely scot-free. You're not, you have like a pretty solid alibi because you weren't even in that room, and still that guy drowned. There's no way he could drown. Like, I could drown somebody without even being there.
The fish tanks are large and have
But that's
thick glass.
not.
You'd think you'd hear them being
That's not
smashed.
what had happened here. I think he was swimming with the fishes. I think he really was swimming with the fishes, though.
True. All I know for certain is that we
But
didn't
maybe they
hear
were
anything
just
like
an
that.
asshole. And they just said, man, fuck you, Grandpa, and fuck the fish. From at least 8 p.m. to around midnight, Jaren was with Tetra. Well, that makes me think Jaren did it. Why does it says Jaren was with Tetra? Like, Jaren is like the suspect. Just the way it's phrased makes me suspect Jaren.
Do you often come in and out of this room?
You did this, Jeremy.
Not at all. Only my father used this room.
What did the peacekeepers have to say when they saw the state of things in the room?
They said my father was stressed out. That he lost control and smashed all the tanks himself.
Was he actually stressed out?
Truth be told, my father was lamenting over a prized tropical fish he had accidentally killed that morning. I thought he could have done something extreme, given how much he regretted his mistake.
He did look rather depressed.
Still,
They
my
killed
mild-mannered
Nemo.
father would never do something like this.
Did you notice anything strange about your
It's
father?
time to
during
scale the
dinner?
fish puns back up. I don't got any locked and loaded,
He was
though.
sad about the fish, but he ate normally. I didn't notice anything in particular.
Fish are friends, not
It's
food.
hard to think he was so distraught that he'd smash all the tanks on his own.
You're right. But that's what the peacekeepers told us happened.
I'll take another look around. For now, I'd like to ask you to leave the room.
So you're gonna do that thing, yeah? I'm counting on you. Let's wait outside.
Alright, Halara. Go beast mode. God, I just love looking at Halara. I don't... Guys.
The trump card is still face down.
I'm... I'm mentally unwell.
Time to use my post-cognition to see how things were at the time the body was first discovered.
I should, like, try and be normal. I feel like VTubers... I feel like they're supposed to, like... They're supposed to, like... I don't know. I feel like so many VTubers try and sell, like, the girlfriend-boyfriend experience. And here I am talking about how I think Halara Nightmare is really hot. And that's making my boyfriend experience stocks go down. It's not in my best interest to do that. But I'm just being true to myself, okay? I can't help myself. It's a fictional character. Even in post-cognition, traces of a sticky substance are on the frame. Was some kind of tape stuck on? Tropical fishes are easy to accidentally kill. I had two, but they didn't last a few days. Yeah, they are very particular. Like, a lot of, like, tropical fish, it's like you need to have, like, a saltwater tank. It has to be, like... It has to have, like, all of these things going on in order to, like... ensure that it's like the proper like living requirements. Like the temperature has to be like this temperature. They have to have a strict diet. Like, fish are not super low maintenance. You can get low maintenance fish, but if you want like a really pretty tropical fish, it's a lot of work. We had just like a freshwater tank, so we had some pretty low maintenance fish, but even then you still had to, like, you know, change the water, clean the filter, like even change like the rocks at the bottom of the tank, because like, you know, like there's illnesses. A lot of like fishes, I think mostly like goldfish we had, died of like illness, and sometimes the illness would like spread to like other fish, and it's like, no, what the hell. So yeah, there's like illnesses within like fishes and shit too. Like they can be quite high maintenance. Hello, Grandpa.
The victim's body is kneeling against the edge of a fish tank, with his head inside. Like the other tanks, this one is smashed up too. Looking closely, he is soaking wet. It'd make sense if it was just his upper body, but for his whole body to be soaked is unusual.
I wonder, okay, I'm starting to think now. What if he was given like, alright, this is like a Insano style theory. It's like a Danganronpa-ass murder theory. But like, I don't know, you fucking like, I mean, even this is already stupid, but like, you know, a way to remote detonate the fish tanks, we'll say an explosive. Like it could be a very small explosive. But say there's like an explosive plant in each of the fish tanks. They feed Grandpa like some sort of like sleep, some sort of sedative, so that he falls asleep in this room, detonate the fish tanks, and then he falls asleep in here, and then fill the thing with water. Like if he's knocked out cold, then like he's just floating face down in the water probably, and he just drowns like that. I guess that's like theoretically possible for this case. That's kind of where I'm at currently. Seems the stains on the walls were present when the body was found. I don't see any particular differences. No, the stains are darker than they are currently. Does that mean they were made around this time? Even when seen through post-cognition, all four walls had stains resembling horizontal lines.
The paint stuck on the frame can be seen here.
Even when seen through post-cognition, rub marks and what looked like blue paint were on the inside of the frame. I don't know the vent. I don't know the relevance of the vent, to be honest.
It's not locked. Anyone could come and go through here. Perhaps this is how the culprit entered the place.
So it really could have just been anybody then. What if they had a swimsuit and filled it with... Dude, that pissed me the fuck off. You have no idea. You have no idea how upset I was in that case. That case had me so pressed. I was so pressed. I'm like, I don't know. They fucking hit the girl with like the fish tank. And it was like, no, you're telling me that they broke the fish tank so they could fill the swimsuit with gravel so then they could hit him. It's like, they could have just hit that motherfucker with the fish tank in the first place. Maybe they couldn't have. The details are a little blurry. But I remember being so pressed.
There's a dead tropical fish in the drain on the veranda.
This is Halara's case. That's true.
Why would that be there?
A dead tropical fish was present. They killed Nemo, bro. They're like, we need to make this case harder. Let's do so arbitrarily. And it's like, I know that they like, the fish tank of the gravel is like the murder weapon, but I have no idea what to fucking connect it to.
There are dead tropical fish everywhere. The whole floor is completely drenched.
What is interesting is that, like, so to drain the room, they just open this door, probably, and then everything drains out, like, there. Probably. I get the joke now. Twilight Syndrome murder case. Okay, I didn't get it at first, and now I get it. Thank you for spelling it out for me.
I see.
The time the body was found, many things were scattered around. Could this sort of mess be caused by just a broken fish tank?
I see.
All tanks seem to have been smashed inward. There's not much difference from the room in its present state.
I'm beginning to see the truth behind this case. That's
what I was
investigating we need
saying.
to do for now.
One of the fish jumped through the vent and escaped. It has to be. The only thing is, like, I mean, I guess you can maybe somehow find a way to, like, you can put a string on the latch and then lead it out the vent, and then you can pull on the string in order to make a locked murder mystery. Like, I guess, maybe? But even then, that feels almost like a stretch. I don't think that theory holds water. I'll show you. You'll see. Oh, hey, sugar. You wanna play with the ball?
The dog has something in her mouth.
Hey, Sugar!
What's this?
That's Sugar's favorite toy. It's just a rubber hose tied up in a knot. Ever since she was a puppy, Sugar has loved playing tug of war with a rubber hose.
I'm trying to think. Is this relevant? Is the dog like is the dog part of, like, is the dog an accomplice?
So I still make toys out of hoses like this. But I don't think I made one for her recently. Where did she get it from?
Wow, that's interesting. Let me take a look.
Wait, don't touch it.
What's wrong?
Put that in a plastic bag without touching it directly. I believe it's evidence.
That's evidence?
Consider it a precaution.
Damn, where did you get the plastic bag from? Sugar's favorite toy, a short rubber hose tied into a knot. Had a fucking scuba diver go in here?
How's the investigation going? Are the peacekeepers right? Did my father pass away due to an accident? Or was it...
Sorry, lady, this is no accident.
The answer is clear. This was no accident, but a murder.
I'm like, there's no way the dog is the killer. But I'm like, maybe the dog was involved somehow?
Huh? Really?
Like, the dog, the fucking Jaren was like, come on, Sugar, let's play tug of war. And then, like, the dog is holding the other side of the rope so that, like, Jaren could rappel down the side of the building or some nonsense like that. Like, I don't know.
What makes you think it's a murder?
Oh, dude, I just fucking got it. So the rubber hose, that's what was on the, so the rubber hose, the knot side was on the inside of the vent, and then the rest of the rubber hose was used as like a rope to climb up. I feel like that vent wouldn't survive the full body weight of a human being, but I could be wrong. It is anime, so I shouldn't be too pressed about it. But I think that's what's going on. It must be a murder because of... I feel like, you know, you could say any of them. The window. What about it? Open.
No, it's not enough to disprove the theory that it was an accident. Reviewing it more carefully.
Okay. The walls are wet.
No, it's not enough to disprove the
Okay.
theory that it...
I think it's because the fish tanks were shattered.
The victim died with his head in the fish tank. Is that right?
Yes, that is certain.
As you can see, this fish tank was destroyed like all the others. That is far too strange. It means something logically impossible occurred.
Impossible? What do you mean?
I shouldn't have to explain it. If the victim drowned with his head in the tank,
They
then
said
it had to be filled with water.
it's obvious, bro.
But as you can see, the fish tank is destroyed, meaning it is unable to contain water. Like with the other tanks, the water spilled out when it was smashed, emptying it. So how could the victim drown in a fish tank that held no water?
Oh, now that you mention it.
Eureka! You're right, Halara. How'd you get so smart?
The peacekeepers claim the victim was disoriented and smashed the fish tanks himself. But if the victim was still alive when he smashed the fish tanks, it would have been impossible for... In other words,
Oops, I skipped
the
a little too
victim was
early.
drowned, then placed next to the fish tank to make it seem like an accident.
I just don't understand who would go through, like, why would you go through the effort of doing all this, and who? It's probably that motherfucker Jaren. I don't know what grudge he has against Grandpa. I feel like they probably have it pretty good here, but, you know, maybe he's got a reasonable motive.
The culprit must have believed this camouflage would be enough to fool the peacekeepers.
So my father was murdered.
Yes, there is no mistake about it. This is murder.
Hold on. If the culprit wanted to make the victim look like he drowned, why did they destroy the fish tank? Didn't they realize their cover would be blown? And plus, all the fish tanks were destroyed, not just that one.
It must have been part of their plan for the peacekeepers to overlook this contradiction. However, destroying the tanks required a lot of effort. If the culprit did so despite the contradiction it created, then we have to assume there was an unavoidable reason behind it.
An unavoidable reason.
So, who is the culprit?
I must investigate further to find that out. I'll report back once I find the answer.
Yes, please.
It's weird to do all these investigations and not do a mystery labyrinth at
Has
the end.
anyone outside your family entered or left the house recently?
I don't think so.
Were there any tradesmen who came to work on your place?
I can't think of any.
Allow me to change the question. Have you recently done any remodeling or repairs to the home?
Oh, now that you mention it. The rain gutters on the roof were broken, so Jaren fixed them.
He fixed the rain gutters?
Yes, he's an avid DIYer.
He definitely fucking did it.
He
There's
not
no
only fixed the
other
broken parts,
suspects.
but also checked the gutters around the whole building, which was a lot of work.
Rain gutters on the roof were broken, so Jaren fixed them.
I see. That concludes my investigation.
What? Are you sure that's enough? Jeez, you're always off in your own world. I'm sorry about that. Our ace detective isn't very friendly.
I wouldn't rather have it any other way.
That being said, I believe this case will be solved soon. Please be patient for just a bit longer.
Thank you.
They let Yako smoke indoors? I just realized he got a big cigarette in his mouth. And
Halara,
inside the submarine.
just as you suspected.
Man, the submarine's
Could be
probably
the fiancé.
airtight. Everyone's just like everyone's constantly just just breathing in all of Yako's cigarette smoke all the time. God, but he's so cool when he smokes. Smoking is so cool.
Jaren has been living in the client's home and mooching off her since he got fired from his job a year back. He's in quite a lot of debt, too. At one point, he was spending almost all his time in
Oh,
casinos.
this guy is a gambling addict.
He kept asking the client's father for money, but was always denied. Seems the father was also against their marriage.
Yeah, Yuma really can't do anything on his lonesome. He's kind of... he's just a baby. And that guy is allegedly like one of the best detectives out there. That's cap, bro. That's cap.
So money is the motive. If the father were to die, the daughter would inherit everything. So if he married her, the money would be his.
Makes sense. The thing is, that man has an alibi. The victim's estimated time of death is 10 at night. There's no mistake that Jaren was with the client at that time. It makes no sense to suspect Tetra, since she's our client. So we have to assume his alibi is airtight.
Right. I agree.
His alibi is perfect. Not only was he with Tetra at 10, but he was also with her for 2 hours before and after. So, as it stands, it's impossible for him to have killed the victim.
No, the alibi isn't a problem. It's possible if a certain trick was used.
A trick?
But I still lack hard evidence. Perhaps it's worth rolling the dice here.
Hey, are you sure about
Rolling
this?
the dice? Gambling?
We'll make our move tonight. Let's go to the client.
Halara would be making hella risky gambles. And then it always pays off.
Is it true that you know the truth behind this case?
That's right, miss. Allow me to explain. The key detail for this case is the victim's cause of death.
Hi, guy.
Without
Thank
a
you
doubt,
for your message.
the victim died by drowning. But making it look like he drowned in the fish tank was camouflage. Why would such a thing even be needed? Because it secured the killer's alibi.
Wait, Halara has a tattoo on their, like... That's their left hand? Their left palm?
You said that the victim's time of death
What
was
is
around
that?
10
Was that a
PM.
command seal? Is this fate?
In other words,
It's
the
in
culprit
red.
secured their alibi at the same time as they murdered the victim. Is that really possible?
Through a certain trick, it was possible to drown the victim even if the culprit wasn't there.
Drown him without being there?
The trick the culprit used was...
The fish tank. Flooded their room.
a method that can't disprove the alibi. Think carefully.
Really? The hose sealed there? No, that doesn't make sense. Can I go back? Oh shit. The hose dried the room?
A method that can't disprove the...
Oh my god. The body. Shook the room.
A method that can't...
No! The vent.
A method that...
I don't know, bro. The fish tank. I don't know, bro. It's everything. They used everything. The hose sealed the room?
A method that can't.
Halara, help me, bro. Help me. It's the fish tank. Wait, no, the vent dried the room or something, right? That's what it is. That's what it actually is.
A method that.
That's what it is. The vent dried the room.
A method that can't
Ah! Halara, help! I don't know. What do you want from me? They all have check marks, so it doesn't help me. Oh no. This is some Naegi Telemash shit. I'm not Makoto Naegi. I'm Yuma Coco Head. I'm not even. Dude. The trick the culprit used involves. Like, what is the hose relevant to? The hose flooded the room?
First, it involves
What?
this rubber hose.
What? What do you mean? That's just cap. That's not even the truth. That's not even what happened. Okay, maybe it did. Cause now that I think about it, that's not enough water in the fish tanks.
That's Sugar's toy.
If you untie the knot, it returns to being a hose. This was what was first.
That's the
used in
tiniest
crime.
hose known to man.
How was it used?
What's that little baby
Don't
hose
tell me
gonna do?
That's the murder weapon.
If you check the vent, you'll see the color of paint scraped on there matches the hose. It was likely passed through the vent.
Someone put the hose in the vent. Why would anyone do that?
It's nothing special. The hose was simply used for its original purpose.
The hose?
Its original purpose?
Honestly, I don't even know what the fuck this is saying.
One end of the hose was placed on the edge of the rain gutter on the veranda side.
Uh-huh.
Prior to this, the culprit adjusted the rain gutter so that the hose could be inserted into it.
Okay.
The rainwater from the gutter passed through the hose, filling the room.
Huh? What do you mean? Halara, you think this place got flooded with rainwater?
I mean, when you think about it, it makes sense. But maybe I guess was the fish tank's just a decoy? Like, I was like, I guess when I think about it, this entire room can't get filled up by just the fish tanks. The fish tanks aren't big enough for that.
That would drench the whole place.
When the body was found, the room was, in fact, drenched.
But that was because of the broken fish tanks, right?
That's part of it. But the main reason was due to rainwater.
That's a lot of
pouring
rainwater.
into the enclosed room.
Wait, what do you mean?
I mean, I guess it is raining pretty hard.
What's the point in flooding this room with rainwater?
The culprit's goal was to secure their own alibi at the estimated time of death. This trick was necessary for that.
Hi, enthusiast. How's it hanging?
I don't get
That's
it.
what I'm thinking. Like, they
Explain
might have
from
just
the
been an
beginning.
asshole. It's just a decoy to break the fish tanks.
Let's go over what the culprit did on the day of the crime in order. First, the culprit mixed sleeping pills into the victim's
Okay,
dinner.
I did clock that. That made sense to me.
While the victim was asleep, the culprit proceeded to prepare the trick.
Sleeping pills in his food? That reminds me. My father.
Bro's
did
just
use
sitting there with
shortly
his
after
hand on
our
his chin
dinner.
like, huh, yeah, that's interesting. That's an interesting idea. He's just like, huh.
After dinner,
Fascinating.
the victim likely went to his room to lay down. The culprit then sneaked into his room and carried him out while he was asleep. That was how the victim was transported to this room.
At this point, you're sure he was still alive?
Of course.
My nose is
If
stuffy,
the
like all the
culprit
time,
murdered the
honestly.
victim earlier, then their alibi wouldn't have worked. The culprit had to murder him in such a way that would secure their alibi. The preparations were done in this room. After bringing the victim
So what's the
here,
goopy
the culprit
tape?
used duct tape on the gap near the door to weather strip it.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Weather strip? What's that?
It prevents water from leaking outside.
What do you mean?
Let me explain. After weather stripping the door, the culprit started destroying the fish tanks. The culprit likely covered them with cloth to dampen the noise. Once he smashed all of them, he leaned the victim onto the fish tank. The culprit then moved to the window on the veranda and weather stripped the outside of it. Finally, they took the hose connected to the rain gutter and passed it through the vent to the inside of the room. Preparations in place, the culprit left through the veranda and returned to the mansion as if nothing had happened.
How does that complete everything? The victim was still alive at the time, right? When was he murdered?
The victim naturally drowned after being left alone for several hours.
Huh? How's that?
The rainwater from the rubber hose flooded the room in a few hours. The whole room was turned into a fish tank, this time filled with rainwater. And that is how the victim drowned.
The whole room was flooded?
Yeah, bro.
Can't be.
Tomorrow's a PA day at your school. I'm pretty sure y'all are Americans, so you have a different Thanksgiving day. But Monday's Canadian Thanksgiving. Hopefully you have a good Canadian Thanksgiving. Y'all got maple syrup. Y'all got poutine. Y'all got polar bears. Y'all got Quebec. You got Toronto. You got the big Toronto Tower. Y'all got Smokey the Bear. Y'all got Canadian bacon, which is basically just ham. Y'all got that. That's true. I didn't think about that. What if he actually wasn't murdered? What if he woke up, but then he slipped and fell, and then he hit his head really hard, and then he died, and it wasn't a murder at all?
The proof lies in the stained walls. The day of the murder, the room must have been filled to that line with rainwater.
Rainwater killed the victim?
What if there were 3 little monkeys jumping on the bed, and one fell off and bumped his head? And then Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed." Interesting. I bet they didn't think about that one.
Correct. Only in this city could such an approach be possible.
I honestly wonder, like, could you sleep through literally drowning? Like, I don't know. I don't know if, like, sleeping pills can be strong enough to... You know what? Maybe they can. If there's, like, sedatives that, like, can knock you out to where people can perform surgery on your organs, there's probably sedatives strong enough to keep you asleep while you drown to death. Probably.
The rain never stops in Kanai Ward. This makes it easy to estimate the amount of rainfall to a certain degree. So it is not impossible to create this alibi trick with some calculation.
I think that's a bit of a stretch. Wouldn't it take at least half a day for the room to fill with enough rainwater to drown the victim?
I'm sure it would require more rainwater than usual to accomplish it. Which means you'd need to gather all the rain falling around this giant mansion.
Gather all of it how?
It would require slight adjustments to the rain gutters. After that, the rainwater would flow to the veranda.
Yeah, what if it was actually strawberry sauce and not cranberry sauce at all? But yeah, the cranberry, like whatever, like cranberry like jelly on Thanksgiving, disgusting. I would never be caught dead eating that. I feel like I've tried it because I'm like, oh, it looks tasty. It's red and it's like jello. Nah, it's not the wave. Not the wave at all.
Adjustments to the rain gutters?
There would be plenty of water if all of the rain that pours upon the mansion is rerouted to this room.
That's so much effort just to like bosh some guy. All of this effort when he could have just like, you know, killed him in the study with like all they had to do was have like Colonel Mustard like hit him on the back of the head with a candlestick in the study and then use the secret passage to go like back to like the library or something. Like this is such a you gotta reroute your whole gutter system. Like that's so much work. Like is it worth it? You still got caught. Holy shit, you really did have butter chicken. No way. I also dislike this cranberry sauce. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I don't think there's like tons of people that are gonna ride for cranberry sauce. Sometimes I get like I'm like, maybe I want to try some cranberry juice. Then I try some and I'm like, kind of shit in it. It's kind of trash. Not that good. But also, yeah, Enthusiast was just saying that they're very allergic to cranberry.
That explains how the culprit secured their alibi while drowning the victim.
No Sprite cranberry for you. That's tough.
In the morning, before the body was found, they removed the weather stripping and drained the water through the veranda. If you check the drain in the veranda, you should find dead tropical fish that were carried out with the rainwater. The culprit smashed the tanks beforehand to prevent rainwater from being stored inside. Well, that's how I would have done it. But maybe the culprit didn't realize that before they started draining the water. Seeing the fish tanks filled with rainwater, the culprit panicked and smashed all of the glass to hide the evidence. They must have carelessly broken the one fish tank the corpse was leaning on in the process. Isn't that how it went, Jaren?
He's like, what? How did you know I did it? Okie dokie. See you later, Enthusiast. Grapes is tragic. I love me a good tasty grape.
I'll be direct. You are the culprit.
Damn. Call him out, Halara.
Hold on. Is this some kind of joke? Why would I kill my father-in-law? That's stupid.
But you were fixing the rain gutters a few days before the incident.
Uh-oh. Busted.
That's because you asked me to fix them. How does fixing some stuff pin me as the culprit? That's crazy talk.
So you intend on maintaining that you're not the culprit?
Of course!
Then we'll have to ask our little friend for the answer. Come here, sugar.
Motherfucker opens the damn door?
This is the rubber hose used for the trick. There are scrapes on its surface. That's the proof. I'm sure the culprit tried to dispose of it, tying it into a knot before throwing it away. But our friend here found it for us. Good girl, sugar.
Looks like Don Garan Fatai Lopez out here in my garage with my Lamborghini.
Only the culprit has directly touched the
Knowledge.
rubber hose.
That's all I know
I'm
about
certain
Ty
the scent is
Lopez.
still on it. Tell us, Sugar. Who do you smell on this?
And then just walks over to bro. This dog is like might actually be the most intelligent figure in this entire game. The dog has higher intelligence than Yako Furio, than Yuma Coco Head, definitely than Fubuki Clockford. The bar wasn't really high for Fubuki, but that's still my go right there.
So, it is you.
But the motherfucking dog knows perfect English, can understand Halara like perfectly. and rats Ty Lopez out.
This is complete nonsense. I won't accept it. If I have to, I'll kill all of you.
Hey, don't tell me that you're really...
What are you gonna do? Yako's like a full foot taller than you. Surely, you know, that's my use. My guy's a little useless, but surely he can like flip him upside down and like grab him by his underwear and give him a big wedgie.
I was so close to getting all that money. Calm down. Hey.
I'm sorry. Yako, you're fucking worthless, bro. You got absolutely just mogged. Why did I have any faith in you? And then immediately he puts his hands up. He's like, you got me. My fault, guys. My fault, bro. Like, he folded instantly. He's like, you know what? My bad. That keeps happening in this game.
I can kill the woman anytime.
Ike, before I go, I got one question. Who wins, me or schizophrenia? What is that all? I go got yeah.
Pooh never learned how to scream. I think the demons might have won.
Damn you, detectives. This is your fault for sticking your nose into my life.
Can you handle this on your own, Chief?
I'm pretty bad at this sort of thing.
Yako's like,
Please help.
fucking no, help me, bro.
I'll kill you.
Kill. Halara kill move. He's dead. That's like a fucking Tekken move. He could have actually died from that. He got kicked so hard that he would have like his head would have cracked open on the side of that fish tank.
I never thought it would be like this.
Fix your TTS bot? Shut up,
What am I
Negi.
supposed to do?
I'll kill you.
You're not alone.
Railgun? Misaka
That's what
Mikoto?
she's saying.
That was Railgun.
If you ever need help, come to us. The Nocturnal Detective Agency will always be at your service.
What if he just didn't scream? What if we were just normal? Halara used a wave dash to instantly accelerate.
As promised, you can keep that cat here.
That cat is getting soaked.
I don't need your help. That's what the cat is saying.
Come on, this cat thinks it's some sort of hard-boiled detective? Well, I suppose I don't mind.
This city is a difficult place to live, even for the animals.
Right.
Well, you don't have to scream. We can just live in harmony.
I hope we can keep solving the mysteries here to make this city a better place. And make it a nicer place for them to live too.
I think this is the end of this story, so it works out pretty good. Have you watched the Clover? Have you watched the Desahiko clip? You You might have to sneak that in the 10 minutes that you have. He might already be gone. A Danganronpa fighting game would be cool. If Persona gets to have a fighting game, we should have a fighting game. Just saying. Dude, someone's killing the harmony?
I sincerely hope so.
You're so cold to humans that you like animals.
Are you teasing me?
See,
yeah.
Here you go again, making that scary face. Seeing you play with the cat, you look kind of cute.
Yo, back off, Yako. Back the fuck off.
It sure would be nice to see more of that smile around here.
No. Don't want it. I want Halara to scowl at me all the time.
I hope you keep using your powers to change this city.
I sent it to you a while back. I'll bump it. Is it forward? Oh, what the fuck is this? Alright, whatever. I'm not gonna do that. That fucking gif in our DMs.
For their sake, too.
That depends on the payment.
Come on. Well, how's this? Consider it the reward for this case.
He's got a carton of milk in his back pocket.
Maybe you could ask for permission next time.
Thanks.
And they lived happily ever after. The end. Are they actually? I know I am. I'm it's not too bad, but I am a little bit lactose intolerant. I never was growing up, but I definitely am nowadays. I think I've like developed it by drinking not much dairy. But yeah, that's rain code. I don't know if I'm gonna do all the gumshoe gabs because I feel like I don't have all of them unlocked. I have like I've got 4 for Halara out of 5, 3 for Desiko out of 5. So like if I were to do all these, I would need to like look up a video, which I mean I could do, but also we are about at 10, which is usually the ending stream time. So I'm pretty content with where we're at. Do Vivia next stream? Motherfucker, I did it this stream! I did it this stream! Vivia, solved! We just did it! Shaking my head. Shaking my head. My bad, gang. I was at karate. Yeah, you had to be there. You missed it. I was just thinking about like the belts that you get in karate. I was thinking about assigning like belts of like how knowledgeable I am on like programs. Like what are the levels of belts? So there's a white belt, yellow belt. I guess if you like count like the black stripes, which is like an intermediary, which I probably wouldn't. So it goes white belt, yellow belt, green belt, purple belt, orange belt, blue belt, brown belt, red belt, black belt. Like I'm probably like a blue belt in like Photoshop. And then like an orange belt in like Premiere, and then I'm like a white belt in like Unity, Blender, I'm maybe like a green belt in like Hammer, just to like visualize like how much I've learned and like the programs I've learned and stuff like that. He said, "Oh, that was bad." Yeah, the Desahiko area was actually bottom 2 Spike Chunsoft moments, and the bottom 1 Spike Chunsoft moment is Haiji Toa. It was the second worst Spike Chunsoft moment that I'd ever seen in my life. I was absolutely in disbelief. You're a black belt, you teach a class? Oh god damn. This motherfucker knows karate. I used to do taekwondo when I was very little. Which Desahiko moment? I could probably pull it up on stream. I think I have it downloaded somewhere. We can relive our trauma. Desahiko got character nerfed so bad. Yeah, that like assassinated his entire character. You'd argue it's #1 worst Spike Chunsoft moment. I think you could make a solid argument, but I think Haiji Toa is worse because he explicitly like describes his preference, whereas Desahiko, you know, you could argue that he's just doing it to like, he's just flirting for the sake of flirting, but like Haiji Toa is very explicit like with his preference, and Desahiko is just wrong. He's just a wrong man. I don't know, I guess I could put it on the screen. It's probably really loud. I apologize. Desahiko, maybe it's not. No. You can't hit on, you can't do this. I think this is the first one. This is the calm before the storm. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta get out of here. We're in the wrong place. This is we gotta get out of there immediately. I don't want to see how Desahiko interacts with those guys. That's the calm before the storm, and then this is the realization.
Hello, gorgeous.
I could probably skip like 30 seconds. This guy needs to be locked up. This guy needs a permanent, so I can't hear my own jail sentence. How does white walls, padded room? How does that work for you, Desahiko? We might need to put you in the silly room. He's like, I have no idea what I'm even saying. If like I'm even saying head anything. Height taller. This is a long clip. Like Desahiko is like, it's like 3 minutes. I can't with this guy. I hate this guy. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him so much. I hate him.
I'm a superstar. Starlight will
I'm sorry.
eliminate a lady like yourself.
I'm sorry. What is her title?
Lady?
What do you mean, mature girl? That's like an 8-year-old right there.
Yeah, to me, you're one refined
I can't.
lady.
I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out.
With a nice-tailed cat.
I'm freaking out, bro. I'm freaking out.
Yeah?
Oh, like what?
I
Yeah,
like
it's.
the cat. I'm a fan.
It's.
What do you like about them?
They're so cool.
Like maybe.
He's tall and kind of like a model.
Oh,
Maybe he's just trying to butter her up. Where's
I
my
don't know.
frown toggle? To like get info. I feel like this is suitable.
So you're a fan of the cat too?
I'm more like a rival.
Rival?
Soon, you'll be my fan too.
No.
I'll be waiting with front row tickets for you. Ta-ta!
I was absolutely appalled. I cannot believe that's in this game. I can't believe that. I actually can't believe that. He was in the files.
Shut up,
dude. I think that might be one of the worst like implications and scenarios I've seen in a Spike Chunsoft game. That might be the most like wrong thing that I've seen, and there's been some bad shit that I've seen. But yeah, that's the Desahiko moment. Doing the side content was such a mistake. He was kind of suspect before that. Like he wasn't my favorite, but I was like, you know what? He's just a weirdo. It's not the worst. Like we can, you know, I don't know. I already kind of didn't like him, and then that was so much worse. The only one I wish I did do is Desi. He goes, yeah, I think I would agree. I don't know. He was already probably my least favorite character in the whole game, so I don't know if it really would have. I wouldn't have come out of Raincoat being like, yeah, I like Desahiko, but now I'm like, wow, that guy is the worst. I just dug his hole deeper, but he was already in a hole for me, so it kind of didn't really matter to me. It really, I think what really set me off was like chapter 2. Like there was a point in chapter 2 where I'm like, oh, Desahiko, you're not so bad, man. You're kind of cool actually. And then he's like, you know, Yuma, you're pretty hot with that thing on. I would totally smash. And I'm like, bro, I was just saying how everyone was just fine with Yuma like cross-dressing and it was not a big deal, and I thought that was like kind of growth from like Kodaka because it was a whole stink in Trigger Happy Havoc with Chihiro's like identity. I was like, wait, maybe Kodaka kind of learned and iterated from Chihiro, and now they're not being like weird about like the cross-dressing. Like I thought it was kind of growth, and then Shinigami was like, oh, pervert detective, and then Desahiko was like, I'm trying to get up in that, and I'm like, come on, bro, I was just complimenting this game. I was so that's what had already sown the bad seeds for me. Desahiko's so touch-starved for a woman. Yeah, he's like, listen, you know, Desahiko loves women. He's not wrong for that, but he is wrong for everything else that he did. I was like, you know what? At least he's not a bigot. At least he doesn't care if it's a guy dressed as a woman. He's so straight that he'll even get with a guy on a guy that a cute guy who looks like a woman. I'm like, you know what? It's not. At least he has that. Social media guy on the Spike Chunsoft channel is streaming Shoot in Order tomorrow. I saw that there was an update for like the translation, and I did see that he was gonna stream Shoot in Order. I'd probably check it out, but yeah, I probably would, because I don't think I would play it my own self, so I might as well watch. Your girlfriend just broke up with you over text? Damn, a year and a half? That sucks. That's a long time too. Like that's not like a short relationship. That really sucks. That's what I was thinking. I was like, can't even do it in person. Like breaking up over text is just so, that's so cold. Okay, thank you for hanging out, Cullen. I appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of your day or night, whatever time it is for you. But yeah, thank you for hanging out. I think eventually you'll be able to separate the memory of your ex from like your own hobbies. It sucks to like, you know, have someone that's like really important to you and like you share a hobby together and then you split and then it's like, oh, the thing that I'm into is now, it now reminds me of that person that really hurt my feelings. Like I was saying earlier, like I had an ex that was like, oh, I'm like Kaede and you're like Shuichi, and I'm like, yeah, that's really cute. And then once we broke up, I'm like, man, Kaede just reminds me of my ex. But I've since made I've separated the two, so now I've reclaimed what was once mine. And one day, you will too. But that sucks, and I hope that it's not too like a week ruining. This is why I must stay single. That's true. If you never open yourself up, you can't get hurt. That's facts. That's facts for real. Most of the character development went to Yuma and Shinigami. The rest of the characters got spotlight, but not much development. But that's kind of true. It was like the Yuma and Shinigami show, and then you'd have like cameo. It's like, in this episode, special guest Tetsuhiko, and it's like, oh boy, this episode Fubuki, and then it's just like that. She left you for your friend? That's crazy. I feel like I wouldn't even want to know that. I feel like I would just be like mad and bitter, TBH, if that were me. But that's probably not, that's not advice. That's not me saying you should be mad and bitter. But yeah. I feel like that's just incredibly inconsiderate. I feel like that's like the bro code, is that you don't like date your friends' exes. That's like the bro code. It's the bro code has been violated. But I agree. You know, ironically enough, the situation that I was just talking about, where like the ex that used to relate to Kaede and like I was Shuichi, and then we had a mutual friend, and she was like, oh, he's like Rantaro, and then she cheated on the Rantaro friend, which I didn't know about until like years later, and she told me, and I'm like, I don't even know why you're telling me this. So like honestly, I can relate. Believe it or not, I can relate. Although I didn't know about it until years later. But it's crazy. Shit is crazy. Yeah, but I have faith that you'll be able to move on. It sucks that it was such a long period of time where it's like you probably did invest a lot into that person, but I feel like life tends to move pretty quickly, especially at like your age. As I say, I'm like old man, like on soapbox, but like I do think life moves quicker than you think, and like it is gonna suck for a while for sure, but it's not gonna suck forever. I mean, I guess at least it's not your birthday or your birth week, but that definitely does suck. She said, "You know what? I'm gonna just do the the most messed up things I could possibly do." But yeah, that definitely sucks. I think I will be ending stream shortly though. Nah, it's all good. It's all good. We're all just little guys on the internet. We're all just little guys doing our best. And really that's all you can do. It's not like you did anything wrong, you know? At least like you're not left like wondering why. And like shit like that. And it's not like it was your fault or anything, so you can at least like continue forward with a clear conscience. I feel like you can still, if it's still stuff that you're passionate about, you don't have to completely give up on it. I mean, I imagine a lot of it was like divided between the two of you, but I don't think it's something that you have to completely give up on. That's what I'm thinking. Like, you can interpret it, like you can use that as like a jumping off point and do something else with it. Like, you don't have to let them stop you from doing the things that you are interested in. Yeah, you got this. You'll be able to rebuild and iterate on it, and it'll probably even be better than it could have been like before. Now you have the knowledge of working on that thing together, and you can use that going forward to make something even better. They got Danganronpa worldwide. They got Australian representation. They got Chinese representation. They got the whole fucking planet. But that'd be pretty cool. Americans of bounty hunting. I was thinking, I was like, it'd be kind of cool if like Imagine like the Americans like a bounty hunter, like Wild West like sheriff, and it's like you take a bunch of like stereotypes from like cultures, and it's like, hey, wait a second, hold that thought. It's funny when you do it for like your country, when you stereotype your country, but then I'm like, once you start doing it for other countries, then it gets a little dicey. I'm like, at that point, it stops being funny. What if they made a song about... Dude, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy if they made a whole song about stereotypes. If I were to pick someone to do that, I'd probably pick Ray William Johnson, and I'd probably make it the year 2008. I think 2008 would be a good year for that song to come out. It's a good pick choice for a guy to make songs. Yeah, Ray William Johnson, very well known for good song guy. Really good song maker guy. The mastermind is Maddie, because Maddie's from space. I see. Yeah, it definitely has to be not stereotype like, because then that's how you get canceled. But you made two of them siblings, separated at a young age, then reunited in the game. That's a really like interesting concept. Is like they find out that they're siblings like mid game. I feel like that could be pretty fun. But yeah, I don't think you have to give up on that idea. I think you have something really, really interesting going on. I believe in you. Yeah, I will be going to sleep shortly. I don't know if you're going to bed right now, but I will be wrapping up very shortly. I might as well move to the beat of the ending screen. Yeah, it's pretty late. So, good night, guys. Hopefully, you guys have a good rest of your night. And, I appreciate you guys pulling up to the final of Rain Code. We are done with Rain Code. Next Thursday should be Tribe 9, probably. Most likely. And then Tuesday will be a more easy delivery co. I don't know, maybe next week for Kahoot. I'm thinking about moving Kahoot to Saturday, because I know some people have said that they're at school during Kahoot, and I'm like, wait, it's on Sunday, you don't have school that day. Sunday's a day off. But I was like, oh wait, people are so worldwide that it's like Monday morning for them, potentially, I think. Or they have Sunday school, I don't know. So I'm like, maybe I move it to Saturday instead of Sunday. But I feel like also at this point, it's been Sunday for the past 5 or so times. Maybe the first one was not Sunday. But it's been Sunday. So I was thinking about maybe it'd be better to go to Saturday, but also if I have a good thing going, should I mess it up by changing the day? Probably not. I should probably keep it to Sundays so that all the Sunday people that have previously come to Coot can still come to Coot. So maybe it's better to keep it on Sunday. I don't know. I was thinking about the idea of Saturday Kahoot. It's usually at 2 p.m. So it's usually kind of earlier. But we'll see. We'll see. I could maybe do a poll. I could probably poll the community and ask when they would rather it be. And see what everybody says. But yeah. Fun stream today. So yeah, I'll see you guys on Tuesday. And yeah. Hopefully you guys have a good night. Or rest of your day. Whatever time it is. I really need to get better at these outros. Okay. Bye-bye.